Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working on our intro music.
We're trying to do that. What's up, guys? Uh, okay, I think we're live here. We're live here. I think we're great. Welcome to episode 14 of Calling All Bowlers. I am the damn good average bowler, Michael Price, and coming in hot and heavy. You guys, you can't see him on TikTok, but you can hear him. It's my boy Dustin Caps Wisdom Caps himself. He is going to be helping my special guest. The privilege to have this guy on my podcast goes beyond words. And I'm not going to try to destroy the intro anymore. I want to welcome everybody. Joel, the man, Eyssen, my man, what are you doing?
Hi, everybody.
All
How's everybody's
right.
Saturday going? We're out here chilling.
So, Joel, I am so glad you could make it today.
Appreciate you guys having me on, bro.
Dude, pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. And as you could tell, I told you before, Dustin was going to be dressed up to the nines.
What a
If you're not
stud.
watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can't see the suit.
You're missing out on this pay-per-view show right now, bro.
So I'm going to pass it over to my good buddy, Dustin Caps, Wisdom Caps. Dustin, take it away. I'm here.
Yes, you are. Yes, all three of us are. Hello to everybody. Welcome to episode 14. This has been a long one in the making. We had to reschedule once a few weeks ago. We finally got Joel the man in with us. What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot, man. Just here looking. I was looking forward to this for a while, so I appreciate you guys having me on, bro.
We have been too. We've been, Mike's been giddy about it. He's still giddy right now.
No, it's because Jeff's on here asking, is Joel a bowler, and why does he say bro so much?
Because I'm from New Jersey, bro.
Yeah.
I knew that's
It
gonna be
is
the
what it is,
answer.
my guy.
It's a Jersey thing.
Yeah, bro. You wouldn't understand unless you was there, bro.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying, Mike? Jake, sorry for cutting you
hey,
off. Go ahead, my guy.
no, man, no. Hey, I feel at home because you guys started making fun of my Southern drawl the first time I got on one of your TikTok lives.
Oh yeah, it's different. I live in Indy, so everybody gets like that when they hear me talk for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, you're not from here, huh?"
Sorry, Dustin. Go ahead, man.
No, that's actually a really good opening from one of our talking points anyway. It leads us right to that first one because everybody here in this room is football fans. And like we just talked about, we talk different in different geographical locations. There's different sports teams in geographical locations. So
Here we go.
C and Bama, I'm in the heart. I'm ground zero of Roll Tide down here. So what's it like up there in Jersey? Who's your football team, or what do you like about football, Joel?
Well, you're gonna look at me strange right now because I am not an East Coast fan. I am a 49er fan.
Fair
I
enough.
am the biggest 49er fan on the planet. I wake up born and blessed that Christian McCaffrey is my running back every day, and Brock
Run,
Purdy's
see,
so
see.
Purdy. I feel very blessed in this. You know what I mean? So yes, we lost to the Chiefs. Yeah, we get it. We've moved on, and we're gonna continue to move on. We're back at it again. You know what I mean? So
I love
I'm
that.
ready for the season to start.
That was beautiful.
Listen, I cry every day knowing the joy that I have. You know what I mean? As a Niner fan. So
I can
watch your mouth.
No, I love it. I appreciate you. I'm a fan through you. I love. No, I'm serious. Like I enjoy like genuine fans and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, no rebuttal,
Bro.
dude.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, especially if you're like a Cowboy fan. One of them, bro. Impossible sometimes to deal with. You know what I mean?
Good deal. Dude, I had the. It was funny. Mike and I were actually talking about starting lineups earlier. You remember the starting lineup figures? You know what I'm about? Dude, I got like all the old school ones back in the day, like new to play with in the '90s, like Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, Roger Craig, Jerry Rice. I had all those and played with them.
Jerry Rice, that's my number one, bro. That's my
Dude.
guy. I got a signed autograph jersey hanging on the wall, my guy. Yeah, listen. I got a signed Debo Samuel helmet. Shout out to my boy Clayton. Got that for my birthday. But yeah, bro.
Now,
Just
now you're just showing off, Joel.
I mean, listen, I got people that love me. You know what I mean? They know how much I love my team. So
It was, dude. Yeah, that was an awesome time back then.
yeah. It's still a great time. What do you mean, Dustin? It's great now. It's great
Well,
now.
I could explain. I remember watching that. I've been so far removed from everything for 20 years, man. I'm just now getting back into society.
Well, listen, when I go back on TikTok on Sundays and I'm watching the Red Zone channel or I'm watching the Niners play, just come in, my G. We got that. I love that for all of us. And then you'll see. Because listen, it's a different thing when I go watch the Niners play. Because it tickles me. You know what I mean? I get this whole giddiness inside.
That's what life's about, man, is the tickle.
Yeah. I mean,
Jay says you're bougie, by the way.
who?
Jay,
Who's bougie?
you.
Why am I bougie? What am I doing?
I guess because you're live from the porch.
Maybe it's the nuts outside the wife beater.
Yo, I got an issue with the screen right here, bro.
Hey.
Listen, it's not a new screen.
There you
What
go.
up, Pumpkins? Listen, bro, it ain't a new screen. You know what I mean? Watch your mouth. Bougie, bro. You get this on TikTok shop for $10, my guy. Listen,
Oh, look.
don't
we
let
have
it fool
now.
you, my G. Oh, look. No, I'm the bougie one. I'm the problem. You see how this goes, bro? It's crazy.
You are our visual icing today, Joel.
I mean, listen, I listen, me or you, Dustin?
I don't think
Listen,
they can, right? Nobody's seeing me.
you're my visual icing on the cake right now, bro. So listen,
I'm here
all
for-
that studliness fits for me. So listen, I appreciate it.
Look, just so you know, I turned my camera around. I got my phone up here on TikTok so they can see you. They can see Joel, me, and you, Dustin.
Nice.
And
They can
listen,
see, they can
when
see
you
that
look that
wonderful
handsome,
that
you
beard
need
got
to be able
going.
to look at it. You know what I mean? The world needs to see you.
Can't keep this away any longer. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome. You know what I mean?
Oh man, what are we getting into, Dustin?
So, good question, Michael. We talk about with DGAB. Can you give us kind of for maybe listeners that aren't familiar with it, the damn good average bowler and old Harry Bieber, where that came from? Can you give us like the quick Reader's Digest version?
Just so you know, Joel, we named the beaver Harry and we did that on purpose.
I love that, by the way. Love that for us.
Hey,
Bro.
maybe I ought to do like you, and like on one of your shirts where it says "I love that for us." We'll make one that says, "Yes, we named him Harry on purpose."
Yeah, bro. Like, collab shirts, bro.
You know that people you talked about, Joel? Like, I get that every time I say Harry Bieber.
It's giddiness. It's like when they use bad words in health class. You go,
Hey, Dustin.
it's that little.
Dustin Curtis wants to know: is your beard stylishly parted?
No, I think it's just kind of like it does whatever it wants.
I mean, goddamn, was it that long?
I know.
But
They
no,
like parts though. I don't know.
oh god, man, I ain't gonna be able to get this story out, man. We're already laughing, and we're only like 8 minutes into this.
You can tell I'm not used to dealing with hair, so it's a new thing.
More aerodynamic, my G. You know what I mean? Just
Hey.
get there.
Bald men unite.
Yeah.
Listen. But I don't want to cut the top of it until tomorrow. So I got a few days during the week to look more handsome. You know what I mean? You got to space these things properly.
You can look unhandsome.
Listen.
Let's get
Jay wants to know: do they even bowl in cornfields in Indiana?
Here he go. Listen, bro, you in Detroit, my G. Listen, there's more bowling here than there.
Hey, listen, both of where y'all are at, there's more bowling there than here in Alabama combined, bro.
I'm just saying, bro.
Oh God.
Where did DGAB come from?
Okay, I'm sorry. So back in August of 2021, I think this might be the first time I'm telling Joel this too. So it's not going to be fell on deaf ears entirely. But I rolled 825 that night in the league.
Okay.
And Joel, you remember when the damn good Verge was out from DVA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So my buddy Socks, I know you've heard me talk about him before. He's up in Cincinnati, Ohio. He's a player. You may see him over in your area. Like I said, if there's a tournament that's worth it to him, he goes anywhere and everywhere. Like distance is not a factor. But he messaged me on my Facebook post, and I was wearing this shirt that just said average bowler at the time. And that ball was out from DV8, and he goes, well, that's what a damn good average bowler does is shoot 825. And instantly, like my gears started going 90 to nothing. And I was like, I don't really want to infringe upon DV8 with that. So I say I'll drop the letter N and I'll just say damn good average bowler. And literally within a week and a half, an old girlfriend of mine, she was doodling, and I said, I need a mascot for this. And she goes, well, what do you want me to draw? And I said, damn good. I said, beaver dam. I said, do a beaver holding a bowling ball. And lo and behold, she came up with an artist rendering in like 10 minutes. She had 3 of them, and I picked this one. And thus, damn good average bowler became a thing.
But I love how it all connects. That's my
Yeah,
favorite part. That's,
yeah. It's like I tell people on a bunch of my lives. It's like, look, if you got a stupid idea, throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. See if it
stiff
sticks.
idea, and then you land on the beaver. You know what I mean? Love
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So that's where DGAB came from. So answering that, and then of course Dustin finalized the first name for us.
Did I really
did. You did. You really did.
call it?
Yeah, you were the first one to acknowledge that we had named him Harry.
I loved how Dustin is surprised by this.
He should have come out of the artist pin's womb as Harry.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
other name that you want to give a beaver. You know what I mean?
Didn't know that. I like that. I'm just glad that everybody else has gone along with that the whole time. I had no idea.
I'm gonna do a thumbs up in front of TikTok.
Shout out
I
to
gotta act
Dustin.
like we're
You know
moving
what I mean?
around here, guys. So that's where everything came from, Dustin, answering the question. And lo and behold, here we are, really starting to pick up steam. And you know, yourself and Curtis wanted to get on board with it, you know, and then you came along telling me you were doing, you know, you got your Caps Wisdom show, and I went and listened to it. And then there's where the podcast idea started. And like a month and a half after that, you know, we did the first episode of the DGAP podcast. And I kind of branched off with this idea, and I started my first episode of Calling All Bowlers was with Britt, Joel. I did the episode with Britt.
Okay.
And can I chime in really quick, Mike?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I want to point out why he started that segment. It was, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but it was to become a better host, better at talking to people.
Yes.
He started that of course, to reach out to bowlers too, which I think he's nailed everything with it. Calling All Bowlers is perfect because everyone who bowls is a bowler, whether you're a pro, you know, or a straight ball bowler or whatever. So it's genius with that. And it's just like the fact that that's why I like helping this dude, is because he's like, you know what? I want to get better at that. I think this would be cool. I'm going to do it. Here he is already 14.
Oh, you're feeling it. I love that.
Hey, man. And not only that, I had this little like goal with Calling All Bowlers is like, how cool would it be for me to say that I have done an interview with a bowler from each of the 50 states? And you being in Indiana puts me at 12 of 50 states.
Okay. I mean, you ain't done nobody from Indiana, really?
No. I mean, you go back. It's like again, like I don't want to. Like I said, you go down the list here and everything, but no. First one from you're the first one actively in Indiana. I know you're from Jersey, but you're in Indiana, so we're calling it that.
Okay.
It's kind of like coming to America. Is Mama naming Clay? I'm gonna call him Clay.
Yeah, I would have.
I got you, bro.
And what was a few months ago now already, I think Mike and I, almost the same day type of thing, just kind of stumbled into your lives, Joel. And I think it was the same day to where it was like that we had a couple interactions. And then I was so excited to tell Mike, and then he already knew about you. So I'm like, well, fuck, stepping on my thunder. And we were both like, dude, Joel, like, yeah.
No, what it was is Joel was on his live and he was watching the episode of you and Greg doing the hot sauce challenge, and he was like, holy shit, my G, you really doing this stuff?
Because listen, bro, I see, and that shit had me dying because the way you were doing it, bro, I was like, I like these guys. I have fun. I would have fun with guys like this. So, and then I realized that Mike was drilling bowling balls, and I was like, oh, I understand more so now. So
we had this discussion yesterday. We'll tell you about it, Dustin. But we had like he asked me a question, and it's almost like he knew what I was going to answer, and it's been like that since day one, man.
So yeah, we'll come back to the fact that both of y'all drill bowling balls, and I've heard a lot of it too. Not that I'm in the industry or anything per se, but it's funny, man, when you get another guy's like, oh, we got another driller, oh yeah, okay, yeah. it's cool how you guys can talk shop, and then I think we're gonna have maybe some opposite opinions on some topics. I hear.
Uh,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't
We're
know.
gonna find
You
out.
got the questions, bro. I
Before
don't know.
before we get into that type of stuff, Joel, because we have been excited to have you actually on for a while. Can you tell us kind of how you, I mean, started bowling and then got into the industry type of thing?
Okay. So I'll not try to be long winded about it because I usually am.
You're welcome.
so so when I first started bowling, I went for my birthday and I just it was like I was like 21, 22, and I just started bowling. And the next day, I went to bowl, and I bowled 24 games the day after I bowled my first, like, for real. And I was like, well, now I'm kind of like I'm gonna get into this now. Like it became such a such a big thing in my life where I was bowling like 6 days a week and I'd be subbing in like two leagues at a time. Like I'd be running from one league in the same time slot to go bowl because where I eventually would end up in New Jersey is a place called Carolier. And it's 82 lanes. So you'd have leagues upstairs and leagues downstairs, and I would be running upstairs, and my friends would be doing it too.
Wow.
And it just became such an obsession because I obsess over things. It's kind of annoying sometimes. So when it came to, I was shooting 300s. Like I have a lot of 300s. I just don't know the number. Um, when I started doing all that stuff, I wanted to understand why things happened the way they did. So the guy that I was going to just never seemed to have equipment or never seemed to want to help me. And when I got into it, I was like, I don't want to be stupid when I talk about these things. So I went to a guy who I was talking to actually today. His name is Rob, and who would become my mentor in it, and just taught me how to do it the right way. Like you place quality on the person rather than the product. Because when you place quality on a person and understand, because I'm good at reading people, so I can understand when someone comes in for certain things. Because one thing I don't do in the shop is I don't force anything on anybody. I just know that when you come in, you want to be serviced the way you don't want to feel like you're getting played and used, right?
Mm.
So when I started working with Rob, it was I'm gonna work for free for a little while so I can understand the game and understand how to do it. And then he ended up getting Carolier, and it was like I literally just had this conversation with him. It was the three best years in my professional career because of the plethora of knowledge and the people that walked in, and just it was like a symphony working with him because he helped me understand things about ball motion that nobody on this planet can help me understand. Because the way he explained things, it was more so I can explain it to people also. So from there, I kind of got out of the business a little bit. I was as an inventory manager for a wine service company or wine storage company, and yeah, I was making good money. And I kind of just, I was like, I have an opportunity to get my own shop again because I stopped working with Rob, and then I was just like, well, I kind of got the itch to get back and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So then I get my own shop, and then I go to an innovative class that they were teaching, and Tim Mack was there, and he caught up with me. And the one thing that he noticed is I only drilled one ball that week, where you see all the new guys learning how to drill stuff, and they're so anxious to get on the drill press. But as a Storm guy, because I'm on staff with Storm, Hank Boomershine is like the Albert Einstein for me, like the guy that just understands ball motion as much as a guy like Rob that taught me how to do it. But in that week, he was teaching it. So I kind of just gravitated to everything this man said, right? So a couple months later, I'm drilling a ball for someone who was close to Tim at one point. And he called Tim and told him, because I was working out of my house, and called Tim, and Tim called me and said, do you want to run the shop at Woodland? And I said, like the Woodland? I was like, the Woodland Bowl. And he's like, yeah, PBA and all that stuff. And I came over to Indy and I looked at the shop and I said, I can make this work, right? And I looked at it because it looked kind of dingy at the time. And I'm like, oh, this is nothing but just a little, we got to fix a few things, clean it up, and then take the brakes off and let's go. So then I got here and just I turned my camera on during a U.S. Open, and then just everything kind of just started to go, man. I mean, and that's where that's where everything started to go in this direction. So yeah, sorry for making that long-winded, but
No.
it was very like that's how everything came to be for me, with a lot more stuff in the middle. But
I no, that was perfect. And I mean, it's funny, you had a lot of good points in there about things, but one of the big takeaways that I heard that it, you know, as Mike has said, I do a podcast and I've done several of them with people that are successful in their industry, whatever it is. And it's very familiar with, you're going to have to spend a lot of time, the time for free around
right,
how you learn, what type of learner you are. You know, we've taught, we haven't mentioned it lately, but I think kind of the self-aware to self-regulate comes in there, to where you know what's going to work for you, find what's going to work for you, and then spend the time doing it. You're not going to get an immediate payout. You have to become a master of the basics. You know, I don't
I
mean to,
wasn't always good.
right?
I wasn't always fucking good, man. I'm telling you.
But who was it? Like when you're starting out with something, who is?
I
Yeah,
tell you, the first ball I ever did, my guy Rob was like, "Don't be afraid to make a mistake." The first hole of my career was a mistake.
yeah. That's
So it just like you learn from these things and you learn to understand that it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. It'll be fine. Because not feeling bad for yourself, because I've literally been teaching people and they mess up a ball and they are literally in tears.
yeah,
You're literally this emotional about it.
yep.
So it's the understanding that it's okay, bro. Just
You,
don't be the guy that always makes them.
And then with, I think if you're so afraid of messing up a simple bowling ball, then imagine how afraid you're going to be to take bigger risks in your own life to be successful.
Now that's just drilling a ball for like Linda. Listen, you know what I
Right?
mean? Now
Yeah.
imagine Belmo walks through your door,
mm,
Mhm.
and then you go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
all of that,
Yeah.
dude, I
regardless
was
if
the
it's two
same
fingers,
way.
but it's Belmo's two fingers. You know? So,
I have a Belmo here. Actually, you want to? I can see if Belmo's awake. My biggest tortoise, his name is Belmo.
oh,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, like I said, man, I held U.S. Opens. Well, I didn't say, but U.S. Opens at Carolier, where like here it's 10 balls, and that's what your product registered to, and that's what you get to. At Carolier, it was 450 bowlers at the amount of bowlers that your whole body could carry walking into the building, and then going to your car and getting those out of the car. So it's a little bit different animal in what I was to where this is now. Because imagine drilling 450 people's bowling balls, like, because just the plethora of bowling balls that we drilled those weeks was just stupid. So
Yeah. I don't want to. I won't go off on another tangent soapbox thing. But are you guys familiar with the 10,000 hour rule of mastery, that type of thing? Or there's a book. It's called Outliers. They talk about,
okay,
and there's several mentions of it too, like the Beatles, Bill Gates, several of them, where you do 10,000 hours of something, you're gonna have it mastered. So when you start doing way more bowling balls like that, you're gonna get better quicker and much more thorough.
shit, I broke that record like 6 years ago, bro. I feel like I think we passed that, bro.
You're a
Mhm.
5 stripe black belt.
Yeah, bro. Like if this was karate, bro, shut the Shogun down. You know what I mean? What you talking about, bro?
Just wrap up
Just so
that
you know,
and
your boys Wayne and Jay are saying that. Well, Britt included says Joel loves short. Joel loves short patterns, and short patterns are Joel's jam.
Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to bring this up in here?
This is
Where did
this
everybody
is
get that from, bro?
hey. Gee, I wonder.
We
Anyway,
couldn't talk
no,
about
go ahead.
anything else that Joel loves, like legitimately loves, because
well,
I
hey,
want to challenge the people watching. I want to challenge them to actually ask you a bowling question. And because Britt says, because we love you, Joel.
I know pumpkins.
But no, I want to challenge everybody watching. Let's ask let's ask Joel a legitimate bowling question that where he doesn't have a look on his face of like, why are you asking me this? That's my challenge to everybody.
What is the best spare ball for me to get, Joel? I don't know. I got nothing for you, bro.
while they while they're coming up with a good question for you,
Sorry.
and
I did not realize how long that this would go.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that? I
Dude,
did
I just
not
want you to know
realize.
we're already at the 25-minute mark, man, and we're just
No,
getting the
no, no, no,
appetizers.
Mike. I get that part because this is gonna go way longer than that. But the chicken thing, the ketchup and the mac and cheese thing, bunch of disgustings. All of this shit that people eat, bro. See, Dustin, you know what I don't like? How stiff your face is right now because you look like the type that you want to put ketchup on your mac and cheese, and I
No.
might judge you a little bit. Because Dustin, don't do this to us. You look too good to eat something like that, bro. You look too good to be eating ketchup and mac and cheese, my G. I
I
can't have that.
mac and cheese.
No,
That
he
I like.
says
Who
no.
does that?
I don't
Like why would you do that, Mike? Mike, how come you haven't answered this question yet either, bro?
feel attacked.
Say what?
Did you do that, Mike?
I have never put ketchup on mac and cheese. I like ketchup, but I've never put it on mac and cheese. No.
All right. I'm glad that we, as a round table, we can all agree on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See these Neanderthals, right? You see what they do, right? They want to put milk in before the cereal. Why?
That's-
Who hurt you? You know what I mean?
yeah.
I didn't do this to you. You did this to you.
Wrong.
You know what I mean? Like the type of people that go over instead of under when it comes to the toilet paper. You know what I mean? Sock, sock, shoe, shoe. They do sock, shoe, sock, shoe.
Oh,
Bunch of
wait,
weirdos.
I already knew where you were going with this. He said
Kind of weirdos, bro.
Yeah, agree. Wrong.
Oh,
I,
God.
I'm
I'm sorry,
personally hurt by
Dustin. I'm
this,
sorry.
offended by this cacophony of stuff that goes on. You know what I mean?
I never knew how words could be violent, but I feel like that's just wrong. All.
Right? You feel attacked, right, Dustin? You feel like, man, you
Yep.
personally hurt.
I don't know what amendment all of those fall under, but it's been violated.
Yeah, bro. Like you feel like, wow, bro. Like I feel like I need to go to like church or something to kind of get myself cleansed of this. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like, why would one even think about doing this?
Oh.
Maybe people need Jesus off of this. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
one. Now here's one. This may shift things up a little bit. Personally, I cannot do pineapple on my pizza.
See, I can, but I'm not like, yo, let me go get the Hawaiian. If they go, it's there, I go, all right, we can rock with this, but I'm not like, oh my God, we need a whole Costco sized pineapple on the pizza. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I'm not
since
saying
we're
go out
going,
your way. If a couple of pieces slip on, you're good to go.
since we're getting this all out of the way,
Oh,
Joe.
we're doing this. Oh, this is
Wayne,
happening today.
Wayne says sugar on your rice.
Here he goes, the disgusting too. Do y'all know that this man eats Rice Krispies and milk and nothing else? Yeah, Dustin, he's like, I like styrofoam and bleached water, and that's what we do. He lives like this.
Who are we talking about?
Fucking
My
Wayne.
buddy Wayne that I did the calling all bowlers with last week.
Jeffrey Dahmer Jr.
Maybe he's sponsored by Keebler. I don't know.
Bro,
Oh, dude, don't be doing it.
he wants
I'm
to
never
do
gonna be able
this.
to
He
unsee
wants
that,
to
Joe.
do
Damn
this.
it.
What's the next one? Oh, hey, I'm good for it. Let's go. What do we got? What's some dingers?
Oh, God, no, that was it right now. If they come back, I'll raise my hand and let y'all know.
Ready. All right. What's up?
Yeah, bro. Y'all think, well, Wayne, what you think? Because we're here, we're not gonna say nothing, bro. Don't do this to us.
Oh yeah, they're a wrong group to yeah. Where I don't have a filter much. It's very hard for me to catch certain things. Sometimes.
Yeah, bro. Guess who's not on TikTok right now? Yeah, bro. TikTok jail ain't for your boy today, so relax over there, bro. Yeah, with your attitude and your eyebrows, bro.
Let's take it from the funness back to the show for just a minute.
I mean,
I
love this. Go ahead, bro. You go, Dustin.
While we wait on some more comments to stir up some more controversy, like you said, you went live the first time and just like, oh snap! Now all of a sudden you're over 10,000.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it wasn't just oh snap. Yeah, listen, it was a lot of hours, Dustin.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I know, bro. I'm just saying.
No, take us through that. So, like, how long? Because we know like where we're at right now. But so to get where you got, what's been your process? And you asked a question today on a live, which I love. You're like, what do you guys want for content? You know, I love that, dude.
Yeah, because like I have realized over my, and if I cut you off, I apologize.
No, go ahead.
So I've realized over the times that when it's an opportunity to make content, it's not about my feeling of it. It's about what people want to see, right?
Yes.
I want the product to be looked at as there's nothing but fun attached to it. There's nothing but information attached to it. There's nothing but brand attached to it. So if I can attach bowling to the brand that I'm doing, those are the least viewed videos. But if you can get engagement and as you go, okay, I'm trying like my one takes. My one takes sometimes feel impossible. But what I don't do is I don't water you down with it, because if I water you down with it, it turns into really long, redundant videos of me trying to strike without trying to strike, right? But if they're genuine in, okay, I can't leave this until I get my last strike, people are like, oh, how many is it going to take today, Joel? So when they go, I was there for that. And then they go, oh shit, now I can relive this with him because it was a fun moment. That's why I also do it. But then I've realized when you have a video that you feel is going to go, like you're going to get pretty good viewership, you go live when that happens. So that way your viewership on your videos goes up in that time. So I like to connect my dots now. Now I just got two new balls that we released. I did the Summit Ascent and I put it on YouTube, but I did my trailer video on TikTok. So also I attach my brand to that. So now everything starts to come full circle. Like you'll get a like Mike put up the Vice interchangeable video system, the system video yesterday, which I was like, I'm gonna start doing those things. But as Mike is doing them, like I want to make sure that, not to sound mean or anything, but I don't want to do it the same way Mike is doing it. I want to do it another way. So people can have different perspectives on how they're going to do that, like surface adjustments and, pitch changes and how things get explained. Like when I first started, I was just fortunate to start towards US Open time. So I'm friends with a lot of, like, I've been friends with Jason Sterner, BJ Moore. I had all these guys come in that I've known for a while, like, and it's not a flex, it's just the truth. Like, I'm cool with Simonson, like I know True because of the time that I've put into, and my reputation throughout the industry. So everything that I've done is to educate in my lives by sprinkling some fun and some humor to it. Because you don't want to put the same content out. It gets very boring, especially for the people that want to see your content.
Not to mention the algorithm picks up on that stuff too.
Yeah, they know that shit. If you do the same thing, bro, they know that. So I try to mix up my stuff as much as I can.
Hey, here you go, Joe.
Yo, see, you're gross too. I don't ill. That's the word for tomatoes in general, just gross.
I've seen that done before, but I'm not. That's like a old school thing. I see that, and that makes me think like Great Depression stuff.
What kind of run mucking just disgusting person goes, yo, let me get two pieces of bread, slice up some tomato, put some mayo on it, call it a day. Yeah, not your boy. And then they go, we don't toast it. We just do white bread. Like that's normal too. Bro, listen, we're not Neanderthals over here, Dustin. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
trying to church it up with toast. It'd be worse if they're like, oh, but we toast the bread. So I almost appreciate the not toast. Can't put sugar on it, man.
Yeah, bro.
Well, Josh Looney here says about the tomato sandwiches. That's a Southern tradition, and I don't like that stuff, but I will concur that it is a Southern tradition.
Man, I don't care if it's north, west, east, south. Listen, it's gross, my G. I'm just saying. And they're like, oh, it gets better as you get older. Yeah, I'm older, still don't taste better, bro.
Jay says, "I'm sorry, some of us can't afford lettuce and bacon."
That's not true, bro. They got buy one, get one at free at the Kroger's right now, bro.
Your Kroger has buy one get one free. Not down
Hell
here in the
yeah,
South,
bro.
my
That's great
friend.
bacon, my G.
Oh, this is great. Oh, this is good.
Just putting that out there. You know what I mean? So tomato sandwich is disgusting.
Okay, Josh has a legitimate food question here for you. What about peanut
Please.
butter and honey?
I would do that. I would
My
do
mom in
that.
the background just says, "I love it."
I would do that, mama. Yeah, I would. But yeah, people out here put tomatoes with honey like the shit's good. Yeah. Oh, this is delicious. No, it's not. Think about these things. Yeah. So how you get viewership on TikTok? Yeah, just keep posting content
Hmm?
and make your videos a minute or longer. And that way you get over 10,000 followers and you get 100,000 views. And then they put you in this program where you start making money off of every 1,000 views that you get for every video that you do. So in the time I make like $1 a day on the videos that I put up right now, to be honest with you. It's not a lot, it's nothing crazy, but as my viewership starts to go up, so does that RPM. So that's,
Mhm.
you just have to keep posting. Just don't be redundant about it because the algorithm knows that shit.
Yeah.
So
So I'll tell you this: like one of the things I got before I could start going live was me trying to post 3 TikToks a day, and I got that idea from a Gary V book. I read his whole book, and he was like, "Dude, it's like TikTok, the way they do their stuff, and what have you. It's like average of 3 a day." He was doing a seminar talking about business. He goes, "If you're not doing this on your social media apps and everything," he goes, "Who here's on TikTok?" And everybody coast raised their hand. And he goes, "How many times are you posting a day?" And one person rose their hand and said, "Hey, I do 3 times a day." He goes, "Let me see your phone." He goes, "I bet you ain't." And of course, that person was like, "No, you can't see my phone." He goes, "No, you're not doing it." He straight up called him out on it. And I was like, you know what? Good idea. And yeah, there you go.
it's, but like for me, example, like Mike can probably do this too, is let's say you're drilling a new ball, you can make 3 videos out of that ball.
Mhm.
Or if I'm fixing something like Mike did plug work, if
Mm-hmm.
like literally we were on the live, right? We just came up with a stupid idea to spin a ball for a minute and we left it on TikTok to spin for a minute. The video got like 4,000 views on it
Yep.
because it's just, and when you think you're good, people are gonna like it, doesn't always go that way.
Mm-hmm.
When you're like, yo, I'm gonna kill him with this video, doesn't always go that way. So all I'm gonna say is don't go too up, too down emotionally with this because you will be disappointed. Especially when it's something like TikTok, that you have to bust your ass to make money. And we bust our ass to make money doing it. Blade and Jade, how it goes.
The whole social media content creator, it's no joke. It is no joke, and it
Facebook,
is absolutely time
Instagram,
consuming.
yep, YouTube. I have videos on YouTube. It just all like we have a website now. Every part of it has to continue to be pushed. And that's for the people that want to create content and do that. I'm not a big create a content creator guy. I only create content for one thing. Apparently I'm influencing people now. We've become influencers in this.
Yes.
So that's why I take it as serious as I do too. So when you're gonna
Yeah.
put stuff out in the world, make it mean something. Stop talking this political shit all the time. You don't have to post that stuff. You can actually make the damn app enjoyable. You
Dude,
know what I
it's
mean?
funny
I
you
try to
said
make it
that.
enjoyable.
Joel, it is so funny you said that because I was live in the shop on a Monday and we had the afternoon senior league going. And these 2 guys came in here and all of a sudden they started talking all politics and everything. Dude, I put my stuff on mute. I put it on pause. And everybody was like, what do you pause for or whatever? And Michelle mods, my lives. And she goes, y'all know he don't have politics in his lives. And I was like, dude, I don't want
Yeah,
any of that in
bro.
here. I don't want any of that in here because we're trying
Like,
to talk about bowling and educate you. Like what you're doing, what I'm doing. Anybody else that's a PSO on there?
because everybody in this chat knows we got enough shit going on in our lives that we don't need to add people's stress with talking about bowling and putting politics in it. Because, yo, literally has no place for it. Everybody can have their beliefs. We don't have to discuss them in an open forum because you guys get access to our life. Like, you guys get access to everything that we do. Like sometimes like I'll get text messages from followers that go, "Are you okay? You didn't go on today. What's
Mhm.
going on?" And I just go, "I took a day off, bro." Like if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
on for 3 days, then you can ask questions. I was like, "Bro, I the day's not even over yet. Like I just took the work day off." So I'll come on my porch and just sometimes do it, but it's not that I'm mad that they do it. It's just the presence of it is wildly important, and now I'm seeing it for the first time legitimately in my life, and sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking. It's a little like yo, like we have to sit here and do this now. Like it's a kind of, but if you learn how to buffer it for your own mental health, because that's what I'm learning, because as we go through these things, sometimes like this week mentally was a tough one for your boy. I took a day off, like because sometimes we don't need to show you guys everything that goes on. We don't need to explain everything that goes on because we get it in the teeth in the shops. We get it in the teeth, guys. Like the amount of Dr. Phil that we gotta play is crazy. We gotta be damn near magicians sometimes, bro.
Mhm.
We're not always gonna get it right, but we can fix it. We can maneuver through it. We can talk you through it. But when you want to come in and you want to go ahead and yell at me about a bowling ball in the middle of an already hard day because you don't know how to be patient with shit, those are my favorite people. Because you just look at my face and you realize I don't know how to make this person be happy, but what I can do is not get to the level that he's at and stay at a point where I keep you calm and we can maneuver through shit. Because it's easy to fix a bowling ball. Believe me, I've been doing it a long time. And if something can be fixed, we'll make it right. I promise you. We're not here to take your money and steal it from you. You know where we work. We're there every day, especially in the winter. The summer, when we get weekends off, it's a blessing because we get to
Some of
get
us
some.
get weekends off.
Listen, bro, watch your mouth up there, Mister 10,000 hours. All right, but yeah,
Ah,
bro, like it's the season beats our ass as pro shop operators. The season, that like right now, the season's coming around, and you can tell because everybody wants to get their ball big. Everybody wants to do new stuff. Everybody wants to talk to Joel. Everybody wants to talk to Mike about what you need. So I'm just saying, you
I,
know.
I want
No,
to add. I want to add a point, Dustin. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make
but
this quick. I
you're
want to
good.
add a point onto it. You're talking about mental health being important. 1,000% agree. And I say it like this: uh, I didn't go live for like an entire week, and I had two or three people send me messages like they did you, and they were like, "Hey, are you all right? Like it's not like you to not go live." And I was like, "Look, I get done with the shop. I get home at night, and the way I unwind is I don't cut the camera on. I cut the switch on, and I play Zelda. Dustin knows all about that. Zelda is my thing, and that helps me relax. So, dude, I completely get it. I actually had to explain to my boss the other day why I was not bowling the Wednesday night league anymore. And I said, look, I said, at the end of the day, I said, when I leave this place on Wednesday night, I said, I could have shot 800. I could have had one of the best sets of my life.
I would have
I'm
felt
still
miserable about it because I was so tired.
yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. Like I left. You took the words right out of my mouth, Joe. It's like we're on the same wavelength here, man. I was like, I leave here miserable. I should not leave here miserable, rolling as well as I did. And I said, when that happens, I have got. I said, if you want me to work for you for another 20 years, you want me to get to year 40, I got to start looking after my mental health now because we're not getting any younger.
Yeah,
You
because I
know.
don't want to be the old dude in the shop that looks like he don't belong there. Fudge that. I'm not.
I
I'm
totally
not
agree.
doing that, bro.
Sorry about that, Dustin. Continue, my friend. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. That's actually right on track, really, to what I was going to point out too, from what Joel was saying. It can get heavy. Like it gets heavy when you're like, there's a lot of people looking to me now, and I didn't necessarily ask for it. And you could say, well, you asked for it by posting. That's not what I mean. You're just sharing stuff, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, dude, like, wow, it can get heavy.
You know, like nerve wracking or how it feels to have someone be nervous to talk to you because of your presence? It's weird. Like, I don't like that. Like, I don't want people to ever feel like that, but also understand, like, if you got six balls you want to hand me to drill, or you want me to plug six balls, but you're unrealistic about your expectations on when to get them back, yeah, good. Bro, I feel like I'm in the jungle right now. So,
I like it.
so it's an unrealistic thing to think that we can be done by tomorrow, or you're not giving us the allotted amount of time. And even if we say we'll do it, it's still a stress because now I have six of your balls to do with Tom, Dick, and Harry coming behind you to give me three, four apiece. And now I have to prioritize. Now, if that person doesn't get it the way he got it, and he talks to him about this, this is why quality of work for us has to be that much more better. So, like, it's sometimes the expectation is unrealistic, and we have to try to meet those. And sometimes it's a little bit more difficult times than others.
dude, you tell somebody on a full plug, and it's like I always tell them 3 to 5 days, three minimum, five max. Give yourself a couple extra days, and let's that like stuff that latest video I did where the plug went everywhere, and God
I've
forbid, like
never seen a vent hole that far away from a plug hole.
dude, you're like the fourth person that said to me. I said, look, that tells
Like,
you I
why
wasn't
put a
even
vent
paying
hole there?
attention. I don't know. It was given to him. He had no
That's
knowledge of it.
douchey. That's douchey. That's what that is. How the
So
hell do you get a vent hole to be there, though? That's my question. What the hell did you do to get that?
that's he probably had to drill it really deep to hit it at that
Hand
point.
drill.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
sock that guy right now, bro. What the
So
hell do you need a vent hole for? You never need a vent hole in a bowling ball. Spare me the shit.
A vent hole?
A
yeah,
vent
so
hole.
Is this
yeah,
normal in the industry?
not
So they used to use vent holes for slugs to get your thumb out of it faster.
Ah,
Drill the damn ball better,
okay.
you weirdo. You want to vent hole it. Drill it better. I don't even know who did it. I was upset when I saw it.
yeah. I'm telling you, like, and I didn't realize like that shows you like I wasn't. It's been so long since I've seen a vent hole that when I plugged the thumb, I was like, okay, cool. But I went back in there and I was like, oh my god, this vent hole's this far down, Jesus. And then like, so I had to like makeshift something to not waste the plug because Joe, you'll back me up on this. You know how expensive that stuff is. So, but I mean, I got through it. But that's another thing. That's another thing about I like doing videos like that for two reasons. One, even though I've been doing it for 17 and almost 17 and a half years now, I'm showing people, hey, guess what? We still make mistakes, like you said. We're still learning. And
I'm
not
never
only that,
not.
I think it gives off like my number one thing when I came, like for example, when I came across your live, I look at genuine, like how genuine is this person? And again, 100 out of 10 on the genuine factor. Charisma, Joel's got 1,000. We all know that he doesn't lack charisma, but it's just one of those things where it's like genuine is the number one thing with me. And I figure if I'm showing people like I want people to look and go, wow, he's been doing this for so long, yet he's still making mistakes. Y'all, we are freaking human. We're gonna make mistakes.
But it's the toolboxes that look for us to make the mistakes and to call us out for it the way you do. You should be smacked in the mouth for that. And I'm not there for you to like me. Let me help you understand that. I'm there to educate you. And if you happen to like me, awesome. If you don't like me, there are 8,000,000 people in this world. You can go check their live out. You can hop the hell out of ours.
Eight
That's
million
my
thousand
point. Like,
people,
I
new
don't need you
numbers.
there. I'm
Eight
not there
million
for you to like
thousand.
me, bro. It is what it is. Like, I'm not there for you to be like, oh my God, like he's working really hard for me to like him. No, I'm being myself all day long, whether you like it or not. And you just happen to like it, I rock with you. If you don't, I'll see your simple ass later. Plain and simple. Yeah, I got mods that'll put you in the bathroom really quick if I don't like you. So you want to get to know me? That's me. If I don't like your questioning, if you ask me the same question 17 times, guess what? You will not ask me an 18th time.
Hey, just
You're
a quick shout out from Christopher Nash to you, Joel. He says, thank you for being a part of his amateur bowling group on Facebook. You are one of 16,000 in there.
Oh, damn. Thank you for that. Appreciate the shout out, bro. I try to support as many like bowling tournament pages that are around me or just like I like to be in the know of things because it's hard to be in the know, especially being in the shop all day. It's a kind of counterproductive thing, but sometimes we don't know what the hell's coming out. Do you know why? Because we're so worried about what the hell's out now. I don't care about what's coming out. I care about what's out. So I can be like, yo, throw this. Because every new ball is not a good ball. Oh my God. It's just a new color. It doesn't roll as good. I don't care. It's not as good. Let us show you what you need instead of coming in and throwing your buddy's ball talking about, I really like his. You don't throw it the same. Let us fix it for you so it's designed to be the way it's supposed to be for you.
I got a question for both of you guys. Unless, did you have something, Mike?
All I want to say is Joel, keep doing what you're doing. I'm just living vicariously through what you're saying. Go for it. Dustin,
For the
what you
people
got,
in the
buddy?
back, bro, I'm not there for you to like me. That's what Michael Jordan said. He ain't there for you to like him. You're going to respect his game, though. You're going to respect my game both ways. Because listen, I only been bowling two-handed 3 months. Let's just get that one out the way to you for your couch coaches that are love to tell me how to adjust my game. Listen, I'm really good at what I do. And I have enough coaches in the world that I could pick my phone up. I know a lot of people, some of the best bowlers in the world. One of the best is Anthony Simonson. Hey, yo, you think you can watch this video for me real quick? Yeah, what do you need, bro? You know the guy that's stirring all the controversy at Battle Bowl right now. Because y'all mad that this man came in and shot 878 and took all your money. That's your problem. But I can pick that phone up and call that dude and say, listen, can you look at this for me? What do you think? It's that easy. I promise you. But the understanding that someone's busting their ass and practicing on a live stream for you to watch it, not for you to criticize it, is one thing that really gets me. Because for the people that rock with me, understand I'm there to get better. I go in before work because it's my time. It is my time. It's nobody else's. I am bringing you into my time when you do that, as is Mike, as is Dustin. Because right now, Dustin is inviting you into his life to do this with us. And it's the same thing when people walk into a shop and understand. You know how many times I've heard, yeah, I get scared to walk into the shop because it's intimidating? Don't ever feel like that walking to talk to me. Because it's the understanding that I want to see your game get so much better. It's sickening. Like it's a sickness because we love what we do. It's not just a check. Trust. If it was just a check, I wouldn't be doing this. And it's not that we don't make enough, it's the understanding that we take on a lot.
This was just a
That's
question that popped up in this conversation, my own curiosity for both of you guys running shop. How often do you get somebody that comes in that, and you can do by percentage or it's rare or most of them or whatever, but they come in and say, hey, I'm looking for a ball, or like I'm looking to improve my game. That my point is that are coachable, that listen to what you say and let you put them in the right ball and the right shoes and the right this and to do that. How many do you have that are moldable that listen to you and take your value in to take that worth?
You want me to go first? All right. So, percentage wise of established lead bowlers, the number's not very high. They already have a good sixth sense of what they want, and at that point, I just ask cash your card. Now, when it comes to the newbies, the recreational bowlers, I love newbies and recreational bowlers because you could set them on the right course that they need to be, and they look at your advice like infinite wisdom. So I would say, like out of those, it's like almost 90 to 95% for me.
I was gonna say like, but one out of very rarely does someone go, I'm not gonna listen to you because you just
Well,
I don't want it to sound douchey. Like I don't need it to sound I don't need it to sound like I'm trying to, but yo, like when someone comes in, you show them why you're doing what you're doing. The mesmerizing look that they have on their face when you show them what's happening and why, you got them. Because you tell them exactly what's happening with the ball, and they'll be like, well, you know what? It is doing that. Or why does my finger feel this way, Joel? Well, your pitches are this way. What does that mean? Well, you're dropping the ball because you're doing like a regrip in the back, or what's a regrip? Well, this is what your regrip go. Oh shit, that's true. So as these things start to click, you kind of maneuver through how their tempo changes from the beginning to the end of it. Because then, like my guy Ray, somebody will be in the, like Ray is like my little brother. He's my Dustin. Okay, so Ray is like me and Ray instantly clicked. Like this guy, a low key genius in my opinion. Right, he will be talking to people in the front while I'm drilling another ball, and I hear everything this man says, but I let him go because I'm trying to teach him how you should talk to people. Never take your day out on people because they don't know that you're having a bad day, right? So when he explains to people what the process is, he sets them up for me to essentially finish the sale with them. Because I never have to go out and sell a ball ever. The ball sells itself. If if you are at a point in your bowling career where we need to navigate to there, how are we going to get there? Well, this is how we're going to get there. And how we do this is we also coach. So if you want to move to your next level, we have coaching, we have a way to explain it. I have one of the best guys in the world to teach you in myself and Tim Mack. That's a pretty big person to have behind you to help you understand the game of someone who works with the best bowler in the world. So the amount of just backing I have with that, very rarely do I get someone who won't take the information in as it's broke down. But you'll get them in there where they go, and that's when Mike goes, cash your card. Yeah, I don't want to explain it to you more than once. Because if you feel as though you do this, you got it, my friend. Because if I'm already using all these words and then you go, and I go, okay, whatever you need, my guy. Because, yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. Sorry for making that long winded, too. I have a tendency to do that. So,
Hey, no, no. Hey, so here's a good question from TikTok, Joe.
okay.
Josh says, so my current pro shop is hesitant to telling me what layout he puts on my ball. Sorry. Why? Why do you think that is?
He's hesitant to tell you your layouts. Maybe because he thinks if you get the layouts that you'll go tell them to somebody else. But if you're a good pro shop guy, I don't need your pro shop guy. Plain and Jane. I'll tell you all your. I see. Here's the thing, and me. I don't know if Mike agrees with me. I don't give a shit. I'll give you your sheet. Take your sheet
Yeah.
because they can't be me. There's no other Joel out there. There's no other Mike out there. Bro, whatever number you need, you got it. The hell do I need to hoard your information for?
Yeah.
Because if you're that good, you'll always stay with me. If I'm that bad, I'll know because you don't come back. So that's a reflecting on me.
And he
So
says, I
I'll give
trust
you,
my.
but
He says,
some
I
pro
trust
shop
my pro
guys get
shop.
like that.
Yeah. Well, he says, I trust my pro shop operator. He's never led me wrong, but is usually hesitant to tell me the numbers.
But why though? If he ain't lead you wrong, why is he not telling you? I tell my, what do you need? What's the number on there? This is what it is. You want to write it down? I tell people, write your PAP down. In case you need to go somewhere and get a ball drilled, they ask you what it is. Get your PAPs, people.
Yeah.
Go get your positive access points. It's important. Yeah, bro. I'm not of the effect that I need to hoard any information. You'll get it. If you bought a ball from me and you go, what's this information? But you're not gonna come in my shop, say, measure me, give me a layout, and then not pay for nothing. Yeah, I don't do that either. Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Well, that makes sense though, because I mean that's just getting your work for free. You're gonna
You're
measure
gonna pay for that. Yeah, you're
like
gonna pay for that.
Absolutely.
You're gonna pay
And
$45 for
I've
me to
had people
just do
want me
that
to
for
measure
you.
them and not, and then they're like, oh, okay, that's all I need. And I was like, well, you're going to pay me $25.
Oh, you're
You
gonna
better
pay me
pay me
more than that
something.
because you just wasted my time.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm going by what the, it's not my shop, you know.
I got you. I feel you.
But the fact is, you're putting a price on that. And again, time is money and money is time. And you're not,
Yeah, and I've gotten to a point in my career where I could do whatever I want with my time. So I just choose to do what I do with my time.
mm-hmm.
And I love what I do with my time. So I don't like it wasted. Okay, bye.
Word.
totally
Okay,
agree.
love you. Bye.
Yeah. The
So go
not
ahead, Dustin. I was passing it back to you, buddy.
okay. We talked about this a little bit before we went on the live while we were still in the group chat on StreamYard. Joel, you're getting into reading a little bit more. You want to start reading more.
Yeah, I like to take in a lot of information. So I think because like days like this where I could just sit here and read and just enjoy my night.
What are your preferences? Do you do fiction? Do you have a genre? Like, what types of stuff will you like to read? What's on your list? Do you know?
Well, I'll give you guys a little background into me. I have an education degree, so I have enough credits to be a teacher. I also have an automotive degree from Universal Technical Institute in Illinois. Um, I was into cars in the beginning. I thought I was going to get into cars because, again, I really like working with my hands. I really like history. I'm a big history guy. So I'm a big biographical reading into people's stories. Like I like to see struggle to triumph type of stories. So because if you don't know, I lost 3 organs like 5 years ago, and I used to be 300 pounds. So I was a big guy, and as someone who like I am am prime example of I'm supposed to be here for a reason, and I firmly believe that because if I didn't, then you know, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Bro, you look great, man.
I appreciate that, man. Like I lost 150 pounds. It's kind
So,
of amazing to see it, but also you know what you did to do lose it. So
well, I
you
was
know,
about to ask you, like, what was that process like?
well, my best friend Devin, who lives in New Jersey, who I dearly miss because that's another one of my brothers. He's a bodybuilder. So Devin was working at a gym and that wine storage company. I got him a job with me because he wasn't making any good money there. So where he was, I was like, listen, like we have an opportunity, you come work with us. And in that, like, I mean, it's like you two working together, me and Ray working together. I mean, it's you develop like you could joke around and do this. And I had this conversation a couple of days ago. I was on like a stand up forklift, and Devin was sitting in like on pallets. And I looked at him and I was like, listen, man, because I was my biggest, and I was like, I never want to see the number that I see again. I was like, I don't want to look like you, but I was like, I don't want to look like me anymore. Because I was like, and that's when, I lost, I had my bile duct kind of created a hole in it and I got really sick for a long time. But in that process, it was eating 6 times a day. It was going to do fasted cardio in the morning, work, and then go to the gym and do a body part 6 days a week. If we work Saturdays, we would just go to the gym once on Saturdays. So it was a refusal to allow whatever was stopping me to stop me anymore. And motivational videos and your friend kind of kicking you in your ass, kind of telling you need to get up and go. I had a great support system too. So it's when you got people that understand that you don't want to die. And I was close to that. And I don't mean to do it for a dramatic effect. I literally I could be dead right now. So the understanding that I don't want to be that. I like life. I like to enjoy it, but smile more, be more positive about things. Like I have a million reasons why I could look at things negatively. But when you're at the darkest place, you kind of need that little push to say, yo, get your ass up and go get it now. So that's where I'm at in my life now, like, and I don't ever regret it because I wouldn't be me if I did, like, I love who I've become. I love who I am. I like when I'm around people that are genuine around me, like, I've met so many amazing people from this little sport of ours that people can't seem to think that they can make it an Olympic sport, but they can go embarrass themselves and do breakdancing.
Breakdancing.
So yeah, good.
I was
So
about to say it.
Bro, I
I
got
absolutely I love it. You can't like, and you can fight me, but you don't love it more than I do. I promise you. You gotta breathe it. I breathe this shit every day with a smile on my face as much as I can. But you guys are more in that knowledge, but I'm sharing my experiences with the world. Bro, I've seen
Well,
people in Hawaii, people in China, people in, like, we are in another country. We are in other parts of the world that, like, right now, someone is watching this in a different part of the world. To me, that's one of the dopest things on the planet. Like, we can spread who we are, and it doesn't have to be negative when we do it. You know. But yes, sorry if you said you're asking me about reading, but I went off on a little tangent again.
no, it's too. Look, it's too easy to be negative, and
It
I've
is.
I've been there. I've been there a time or 12 million, give or take.
And I'm not
And
perfect, bro, like you, like we said earlier. We're not perfect, bro, but we try, you know?
mhm. No, I mean, like I said, it's just one of them things. And I've just again, we go back. I think the word we have in common here, Joel, is we seek. And I think the older we get, the more we seek genuineness.
Oh yeah, because I can
I,
sense that shit more now. So
you, yeah, it's like you got that BS radar up a lot more now. The older you get, and it's just like, you know
mhm.
what? I just my piece is not worth that. You know.
Come correct when you come talk to your boy, because I ain't here to hurt you. I ain't here to be above you. I'm not above anybody. I treat the CEO and the janitor the same. My mom came from the bottom and worked her way up to where she was or where she is. So I came from a place where you got to work to get what you want, but you ain't got to disrespect people to get there. And I don't need to do that, man. I love people too much. But again, the radar just
But
sometimes it's a little bit heavy. You know what I mean?
and
Right.
we're not. Yeah, a very similar point in life where it's like, but I'm also not here to take any shit. So
Yeah.
Because I
Hmm.
could be this nice. Don't
Yeah.
piss me off.
I
Yeah.
You know
prefer
what I mean?
all the time,
Yeah.
but when I hear certain things, it's like, okay, what?
When your ears perk up a little bit,
Not
then
how
you
this
don't
is
like my answer.
right.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's your fault.
and
It,
people think. Go ahead, Mike.
no, I was just gonna say, Chris Nash also has another question. He says y'all pertaining to Joel and I, but Joel, I'm gonna direct this one to you. How do y'all feel if a bowler brings in a swag ball?
Would you tell us really quick what a swag ball is, please?
That is another brand of bowling ball from California.
Okay, thank you.
I'd look at the numbers. I would tell you we're gonna drill like this because this is what I based off your tap and what the ball is and what kind of strength it has and intermediate differential and RG and we would go through all of it and I would lay it out as if the ball has the same amount of strength that a storm ball or a Brunswick ball or any other ball in the like motive ball, any brand, I would just compare it to that and that's where we would go. I just laughed because that's not a question that I was expecting for you to ask me. So
Well, all of that with what Joel said, and I'm gonna add on at the end. Cool, cash your card, man. I'll drill it. I don't care. I don't care. The brand again. I think the biggest misperception in the world, and Joel, you can tell me if you agree or disagree, is if you go into somebody's shop and they have one brand more so than the other, that they kind of get the message of like, okay, so this shop has this on display, so they must think that the other stuff that they don't have on display is inferior. And I can tell you guys and gals out there that is not the case. We will drill whatever ball you want. We will.
yo, I, uh, just sometimes, bro. Like y'all, if they're not paying you to throw their shit, you don't have to throw their shit. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna put that out in the world because I understand people want to be loyal to the brand. I get it, but for somebody like me, if I wasn't signed, I would be throwing everything. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win. So many people are so concerned with getting on staff.
Mm.
Dude, if you can't sell a bowling ball, they don't care. If you're not winning, they don't care. I'm just because people like everybody has a resume, and I can completely appreciate that part, right? But think about this way: how many people are sending a resume that is a little bit better than yours to the companies they're trying to sign to? If you can't sell equipment, bro, for me personally, my opinion, if I wasn't signed to a company, I would throw everything. Just my opinion.
Here's another question from YouTube, Joel. I'll let you read this one.
Um, that's a good question. The most difficult thing in bowling,
Couch
I
coaches
think,
who eat
I
Cheetos.
yeah. Well, that's one thing. Is the most difficult thing in bowling is learning to understand the process because as soon as you start striking a little bit, your process kind of goes away. So I'm forever trying to get people to understand to pump the brakes, okay? Because you do well one night, and all of a sudden, stop the world. I'm the best bowler on the planet, but you're not even close yet. Like, the simplicity of it is when you first learn how to do it properly, completely. Don't just think because one lesson is not going to make you a professional bowler. Just when I teach you, when I coach you, I teach you ways to teach yourself when you're not with me how to get better. And as your coach, you are able to come to me. But if you ask me how you can get better at bowling and I never see you in the bowling alley or you think league contributes to your practices, you're very mistaken. 3 games of league does not contribute to a practice session. And if you wanted to, you would. That's as plain as I can put it. Everybody's got an excuse. Because if I wasn't working at a bowling alley, I would still be practicing. I'd probably be bowling more because I have the night to actually go bowl. We don't get to bowl, bro. Like, do y'all understand as pro shop guys? We don't get to bowl. We have to do we have to prioritize all your shit before we prioritize our own. And that's how it goes. And we're okay with that. We come to accept that part. But at the same time, I think people's work ethic sometimes comes into question. And I think the work ethic part is something that I think is the most difficult because it is a difficult thing to do to be good at this game. Anthony Simonton, Kyle Troop, Jason Belmonte, uh, Jesper, all of these people did not get good by chilling at home, by coaching other people on TikTok. They got better by working at it, going to the gym, eating better, understanding where certain things and ball motions come from. Understand you got to be in the center to be good at doing it. You got to be there. Not complaining about everything. Got to be there to work. Stop trying to strike on every ball. Work on progression of body positions, hand movements, how things work with your legs. For the love of God.
Okay, we got, dude. I love the fact that we've got the comments coming in and questions. So I want to take this moment, Dustin, if you don't mind here, because we just did this last night. So Hunter comes on here,
That
understanding
part.
RG and differential. I just want to let you guys know that I just did the educational series segment with Dustin last night, and it only took one take.
How many? One take,
One,
bro.
one
I
take.
wouldn't know nothing about that, but watch your
But
mouth. Ain't nobody ask
hey,
you.
by the way, though, I just want you to know I love those one take segments. I love them, dude. I'm telling you, those are freaking fire. I don't care if it takes more than one take or not. Dude, being able to entertain, that's a skill set in itself, which is why I decided to go outside y'all have no idea how bad I had to go outside my comfort zone to do the Green Ranger helmet.
That was fire, bro. If I had all of those things here, because you have all the stuff, if I had all the stuff for it, I would so do it. But that
Hey,
requires like a lot, bro.
hey,
Like you went through a lot to get those things.
dude, you still got to do your Red Ranger. That's our deal.
Listen,
I did the
I gotta
green. I'm
get me a
waiting on you,
helmet, bro. If
man.
I ever come across a Red Ranger helmet, I'm gonna get one.
Heck yeah. Here's another good question too. Here, Joe. What's more difficult to overcome in a match, the lane conditions or the other bowler's equipment?
This is a urethane question. I know that this is a stupid urethane question. I really hate urethane too. But understand, there are certain times and places that urethane is okay. House shots are not one of them. You do not come in my live feed, challenge me, and talk about you average 270 when you can only throw urethane. Get the hell out of my live feed. You should not have a urethane ball in a house shot. Point, blank, and period. Do you understand me, Lord? World. You are not to have a urethane ball in league. It doesn't make sense. And oh, he's wrong. No, he's not. You don't need a urethane ball in league.
Hey, so take this minute here. By the way, before you go into that, Britt wanted me to ask you. She wanted me said ask him his most difficult split conversion.
I have made the big four twice. I've made the 4-6 once. I have never made the 7-10.
Really,
Never. Which
I've made
when
it
in my
twice,
bigger
but I've
days, I
never hit
used
the
to
big
throw it
four.
harder. So I was
Dude,
like,
how did you cover the 4-6? I got to hear this. How did that?
bro, the four, think
You slid it over?
slid it over and it fell on its side, bro. It was the most glorious thing ever.
Dude, that's awesome.
Bro, I was like, that was incredible. And I actually watched it because a lot of people go, I didn't watch it. No, no, no. I watched this one. So Yeah, I've made the big four twice and the 4-6 once. I made the what did I make the 4-6-7 once by bouncing the four off and then clipping the six that way because it had the seven on the left of it. So yeah, it bounced out the gutter and kicked the six out. Yeah, it's cool.
All right, so Adam on here wants me to ask you. It says, question for Joel: do you believe lefties have it easier?
Yes,
All
but
right.
but when I can see a lefty hook it, then my mind changes about it. But if we're being honest, lefties, when they're tighter, have more issues, which I can say that because their lanes, the side of their lane doesn't break down enough. But when you have, when you're able to, yeah, I've seen so many lefties just strap on it, throwing it to the gutter with urethane. It's incredible because they never have to move from that spot, which is fine. But sometimes the lefties mollywop people, and we all can sit and know that. But you have to equally be skilled to throw a bowling ball. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna hate on the lefties like that, but sometimes it's a little bit more wide open than for
Yeah,
us.
I don't like I said. I don't know how you feel about this, but I've said to people before. I don't care how easy your local bowling center's house shot is. You have to have a certain skill set to be able to
Right.
repeat shots on a house shot,
Yes.
even.
Yes. I agree.
So Hunter wants to know: is it okay to throw urethane against your arch nemesis to stir the pot?
Oh, I would piss mine off. Oh, 1 billion%. Oh yeah. If I'm being petty, you didn't say that. I was just saying in generalities. But listen, man, like I don't like to win that way. I like to win when you beat me throwing the ball. I'm not I like I'm not of the effect that I need to screw up the lanes because I know how to do it. Come on, man. I've been doing this too damn long to not know. But at the same time, bro, I want to beat you. I want to kick your ass by throwing the ball better than you. Pretty plain and simple. Because when I can look at you and tell you that I mollywopped you is because I mollywopped you, not because I needed to cheat to do that. So
Quick, oh, real quick, we got to
Yeah.
bring
we got to bring what?
we got to bring back mollywop. First time you said it, I had to write it down. I was like, I've not heard that forever. We're gonna get mollywopping.
Oh yeah, bro, you're out here feeling it. When you're mollywopping somebody, don't talk shit, because then I'm gonna let you know about it.
Mollywop. That's like got the. That's a.
Yeah, bro, like in Jersey, if you beat somebody by 100, that means you stretch them out. We call it stretchies. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, or if they go, "Oh, hey, Joel, do you think you're gonna lose?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
What's the answer to that question? No, not
No.
because you're getting mollywopped, bro.
Hey, there's your
No,
next soundboard bite right there, Joel. Mollywop.
no, yeah,
And
bro,
no.
no. Joel, you don't yet? No, no, man,
You,
no.
you sound like what's his face from Mad TV. No.
Let me do it.
Yeah, what's the
No.
opposite of yes? No, no,
Hey, Terry
no.
wanted me to tell you to turn your porch light on.
All right, all right.
Yeah. Sun's getting real low, buddy.
Hi, Gerald.
No,
I
so
love you, Gerald.
oh no. Earlier, Dustin, we were talking about the oil patterns. Remember them graph pictures I showed you? Yeah, you get if anybody has the best seat in the house, it's Dustin. Dustin is getting like the education of a lifetime
He's
from
definitely the
Joel and
most
myself.
handsome right now.
Yeah, it's all about the suit, man.
Come on. No, it's one
Oh
of those.
look, you gotta quit, Joel. You're making him blush.
It's. I tell you how much. As soon as you find out how little you know about something, it's like, okay, now I know that I don't know shit. It's, when I first started teaching myself, because we grew up paycheck to paycheck type stuff, I had to teach myself about money and investing and all that type of stuff. As soon as I started reading and learning, I'm like, I don't know shit, dude. Like when I'm
Yeah,
hanging with you and the this and the that and blah, blah, I've still heard all this stuff a million times. I'm doing my best to comprehend one piece at a time. Like for me, once it like clicks in like a spring and a thingy, then I got it. But there's so
it's the thing with the thing. I got you. Yeah,
but
yeah, it's the thing with the thing.
much knowledge out there. You guys have you don't understand how much knowledge you guys have. Especially in the beginning, I would have to tell Mike because he thinks he's dumbing it down for me. I'm like, bro, I know that you think you're speaking in layman's terms, but I need you to drop it like 4 more levels. because I
You know
still
how difficult that is for guys that they'll never turn their mind off.
I
My
do
mind never stops.
I do. I know exactly how it is because I spent 20 years in the military, and I would come with somebody to ask me something, and I'd tell them, I'm speaking English, and they're like, I have no idea what you said, dude. I'm like, clearly we're da 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 da. I'm like, what do you not get about that, dipshit? You
He's
know,
like, "Do you get that?" And I'm like, "No,
no.
no, no."
But you guys
Well,
have.
I get, bro.
Let me just say this about you guys real quick because I had thought earlier I wanted to make sure and mention. I've told Mike a bunch of times that we are spoiled with him here as our guy. Like he's my pro shop guy. Like you guys have customers, this and that. And I want to let you know that there's plenty of people out there for both of you. Like you are my pro shop guy. Like I take, you know what
I
I mean?
feel like I'm a pro shop guy for a few people out that aren't from Indy, so I appreciate that, man.
We appreciate you guys because of your wealth of knowledge and the fact that you want to find out what we need, not just put us into the first thing that we point at. You know, so that's appreciated by a lot of people out there, man, whether y'all know it or not.
Hi, John.
Sorry, I just had to say that.
I appreciate that,
No,
bro.
That I appreciate that too, man. Like again, at the end of the day, like I think I've done this in the lot. I think I've said this in some of my lives before, and I know Joel, you spoke on it in your lives a dozen times. We There's no reason for us to purposely deceive you.
Mm.
We gain nothing. We gain nothing deceiving anybody. Like I I I've gotten to the point in my career in the pro shop where some of my big accomplishments, I mean, like I said, we could talk 300, 800, whatever the case may be. Some of my biggest accomplishments is having that one bowler came in and said, Mike, that ball you drilled me, I just shot my first 200 game, and I just so appreciate it. Like just that genuine appreciation just makes the day right there. It's like, you know,
Like I'll have like a lesson where I'll work with somebody for like an hour. You could see the difference, right? But when you work with someone who's decent and that you give them that one little tidbit in that hour that just changes them, that little thing is worth that whole hour. Because if you're a player and you bowl and you know what you're doing, for somebody like us to try to adjust something out of that, sometimes it's a little bit hard to target because if you're a player, I have bowled well because I've done this, but where can we tweak that? So now, as we start to maneuver through it, and then you go, okay, that feels more natural to me because the more natural this game feels to you, the easier it becomes. So if you feel all sorts of tension at the top of your body, you're doing too much. So if you feel that, and we know how to just ease that part of it and help you understand that we want to see your game grow. I don't want to. I'm not forcing you to get a ball. I don't ever force you. You go, I have this. What do I do, Joel? Where do I go? Oh yeah. See, Chris came from Detroit to come see me.
Yeah.
So it's it's the understanding that when you connect the dots to somebody's feet to swing to what they're looking at and how they look at it, it's different. Like, do you know how many people, and now so many people are going to think about this. Do you know how many people throw the ball and before the ball gets to the pins, they're already back to the ball return? And I heard Wayne bring this point up because he hears me bring this shit up all the time. Everybody has this tendency to throw it and then almost be done with it, and they're back there before the ball even hits the pins. Look at me. You should never leave the line until the ball hits the pins, ever. And let me help you understand why, because I'm going to give everybody a mini lesson. You can't know where you start and where you finish if you're leaving before you finish. Do you know what I'm saying? So the understanding on how physically your body works in this game is different. So,
Joe, I got
yes.
a question for you from my end here, okay? Because
Okay.
it's like general, just general thing. So lessons. Tell everybody your approach when it comes to giving a lesson to, let's say you're working with a kid,
Okay.
you're working with somebody, let's just say close to your age, and working with somebody that's considered a senior bowler. Is there a difference in approach to it? I mean, there obviously is because everybody is not the same. But coaching style, do you mix that up?
Well, I don't look at, and it's kind of weird, but I don't look at people that much. I don't look at people differently. I know how to approach people in like the attitude that I have to bring to it because again, I'm pretty good at reading people. So as we start to understand, it was like you fill out a bio when you schedule an appointment with me. So as you schedule that, we go over what's in that bio. So we go, okay, this is what we're looking for. This is what we're going to target. So let's say there's a new person, right? There's a drill I love to do. And if you join my live feeds when I do lessons, I put your hands behind your back and make you walk. Because this intolerable thing that people love to do is when they get there and they try to use their arms so much. So I'll teach you how to walk. And it will be the first lesson, and you've thrown like 4 shots the whole hour. Because people need to understand how to walk before they can bowl. It's it's literally just that plain. And if you're a good bowler, again, I find out things like timing, where your eyes go, where you like if I go, where are you looking? That question in itself becomes a topic of conversation. Where are you looking? Because it's a thing about people go, I'm looking at the second dot, but you're standing on 35. Like that difference in where your peripheral is screwing with you, and you don't understand why your ball is overhooking. Well, your arm is out here but your body's over here. Sorry, the camera. So if it's so far apart, then your arm is trying to trail that, but you go, well, when I move left, does your arm move left with you? Do your eyes move left with you? Because as you move left, your eyes should be moving left. But everybody loves the big dot in the sky, that big second dot that they can't get their eyes off of. Bowling is a game of adjustments. People always want to throw it harder when they step left. Do you know that you're supposed to throw it slower when you step left? You're not supposed to throw it harder. But people have this notion that if I get there and I use all my biceps, I could be the strongest dude on the planet. Well, guess what? Now you're inconsistently missing that.
Yep.
Where you go, how's Joel getting his ball to doing it? Like he's throwing it hard. Well, he's pegging on it, but he ain't throwing it hard. It's a big difference in how you look at ball motion because people's eyes manipulate everything. Because if you're throwing the ball and you're looking up, but your arm is still in the backswing, how the hell are you supposed to know what happens the first 30 feet of the lane? It's like looking up at the grandstand and then swinging at the bat or swinging the bat when the ball's coming. Same thing. You're looking up before you're swinging the bat. All that process all comes together in how I give lessons. So when it comes to coaching, yes, you can treat them individually, but it's all based off the premise of footwork, timing, eyes, targeting, how you look at the lanes, and how you do all those things. So just depending on how new you are, that's where we go from there. But I don't approach it. I'm a motivational person. I like to be I don't coddle. I don't like coddling because you got an hour with me. Like you said, your time is precious. Your time is an important thing. So I'm here to teach you. If you're receptive to it, you're going to be a better bowler, I promise. If you're not, then you won't be. Because you have to be open to the process of, and I've never had a knot in that because when we watch, we observe. I'm not a big advocate for recording in the beginning because when you get better and understand that, like I'll take a video or two so I can see what you look like in the beginning and then look at you in 3 months and help you see the difference from one shot to the other is tremendous because everybody always wants to see the result so quickly. This is not an instant gratification game. Okay? These guys are not good because it just fell on them. It's like I said this earlier. This is about understanding things as they go. So I'll show you a video in the beginning, and then I'll show you a video in 3 months. And then from there, that's when you start to apply those more advanced techniques when you do that. So, yeah.
Justin?
Yeah, that's pretty much right on. It kind of reminds me of a point a couple times ago when you started talking about bowler, like the first time they kind of pop off on a night. Boom, first big, huge game.
I'm a pro. Put me up on the PBA now. Yeah,
It's
good.
the same. As soon as you started with that, immediately in my head, I was like, bro, that is human nature.
Yep,
It
everybody wants it.
doesn't matter what sport, discipline, hobby, deal, whatever. Yeah, dude, same thing right away.
Oh, you know how many people come in the shop talking about what is the most expensive ball? Give me that one, bro. What?
Yeah. Yeah. I
See,
actually just had that last night.
it makes like, oh God, you see the look that I get. I'm like, I could so be like, yo, I'm about to smack this dude for everything he's worth. That's not me. Because I'm like, listen, you don't need that. You don't need none of that. Because I'll tell you how to be honest with you. Big asymmetrical balls are pretty specific to things. To me, the intermediate, inter level IQ Tour Phase 2, I don't know what Mike thinks because I don't, he's had
Yeah.
his brands, but IQ Tour Phase 2, Hustle X-Ray, that thing's a house shot killer, bro. It's $180 on my shelf. You don't have to have the most expensive ball to be a really good bowler. You know how many good bowlers I know that don't use big asymmetrical balls? Hence the urethane. Hence the urethane.
What? Okay. So I've got to know this. I've got to know the story behind the disdain for urethane on a house shot. Can you elaborate and go into that? I mean, I
Okay.
know what you're saying. I just want to know where it stemmed from.
Lane 5 and 6 at Majestic in New Jersey.
I love how specific that is.
So
Oh, bro, my
specific.
boy Devin was with me. I don't remember the ball I was throwing, but this man took a brand new asymmetrical big hammer thing to just concrete, right? Oh, man. I have the front 11 the first game. The ball hits the break point when that urethane, then that mixture of carry down starts to happen and I'm telling my guy Devin, I'm like, yo, I can't wait for this. Like I'm waiting for the 8-10, right? I'm waiting, I'm like, this is gonna happen because this is my bigger days. I could throw it a little bit harder. So I was like, okay. So I went front 11. I get into the last ball. The ball gets to the pocket. It looks like it wants to go, right? It looks like this. And the ball gets to the entry level. And as it hits the pins, the 4-pin bounces over the 7 because the ball got really forward. I went 299, and I don't think I shot 650 that day. So my disdain for urethane is that night. I wanted to uppercut this guy. And then I'm watching people on 42, 43 feet with urethane, bro. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah, whoever's like, not me. Yeah, you too. I think urethane needs to go to a lengthened pattern and then leave the shit at home. That's what I think. So you're asking me a question. See, I got the vein and the thing going right now. You did this. You wanted this. Why you hate urethane, Joel? Because I went 299 on a 4-pin that jumped over a 7 because of the damn ball. Yeah. Yup. All of that.
Oh god,
All of that.
Yep. You can have that. All of that. Go get your shirt, bro. Now I'm upset. You know what I mean? Now I'm upset. Now I'm sweating some. Now I feel like you right now, Dustin. I'm like glistening now, bro.
yeah.
It's crazy.
You can see the smoke. You can see the smoke coming off the top of your head.
Oh, let's do your thing because that's cool to do on a house shot. Yeah, good.
What? It's funny because I'm a 170 house bowler, rec bowler, whatever you want to call it, and I know that I have no business with the urethane yet, and that it doesn't really. I see people using it in league. I'm like, what's that for? Like, why are you?
Yeah, I wanted to take his shoes and throw them to oncoming traffic. That's what I wanted to do.
It's not too.
Like, oh yeah, his mother really hated him. I really want to go throw your thing because yeah, that's cool. Yeah, good. Oh, this is dope. Yeah. You want to sock people that do that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, let's because that's the coolest thing to do. And he's got this dumbass smirk on his face too. Ugh.
The actually the urethane balls, they come with a smirk.
Yeah. There's a few choice words I'd use for that smirk right now if I could.
I
But this
think
is
it
a
has
this is
something
a
to do with
PG
what
show,
happens.
bro.
I think
You get the
I think
Twitch.
that's what happens when you leave a stone 9 and you have a particular word for that.
Yeah, bro. Schmucks. Yeah, good. Yeah, you see a 9-pin, you look at it, go schmucks.
You know what they need? You know what they need?
What do they need?
They need to get mollywopped.
Mollywop twice, bro. Watch your mouth. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Schmucks. So every time you leave a 9-pin and you look at my videos and you go, oh, Joel 9-pin, schmuck on it. Yeah, you understand. Yeah, good. I really hate them.
I'll lift your rain clouds, Joel. We'll switch topics a little bit because we're getting into. Have a couple more things we want to cover.
You know what I mean? It hurts right now. Thanks, Dustin.
No,
Appreciate that, bro.
I got you, dog. I'm about to take you back to a happy place.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Speaking of that type of stuff, though, remember back when you first saw the myself and Greg doing the hot sauce challenge? You remember that we talked about doing a satellite hot sauce challenge? I had forgotten about that until this call today. Do you remember what I'm talking about, Mike?
Yes, I do.
Why are you giggly over there, bro? Why are you so giggly over there, bro? Yeah, Mike, I'm asking you, bro.
I'm giggly because I'm the host and I don't have to do it.
He takes so much in our pain.
So wait a minute. You're gonna make me do it, and you're not gonna do it with me?
Hey, I didn't say you had to do it. You're choosing of your own.
You're not gonna do it with me?
You want me to end up in the ER? I don't have time for that.
What do you mean? You want me to die?
I'll end up worse than Richard did on that last one.
Listen, don't send me to death, bro. Listen, I ain't got 3 organs, bro. Remember, we got to be careful with your boy. Don't give me no lava.
That's true.
Well,
yeah,
what we should do is put up the tough spares for you to convert, and if you don't convert it, then Dustin has to do the.
Dustin, listen. It would be an absolute honor to do this challenge with you, my friend.
Okay, I tell you what.
I love you because I want to do it with you guys, though. I want to be there when we do it.
That would be awesome.
Where are you guys located again?
Huntsville.
How far is that from me?
Oh, dude, you're probably at least 10.
What city are you? Where are you at?
Indianapolis.
Yeah. Indy's probably about what, 10? I would say 10. Yep, Dustin's going to look that up right now. That's why he blacked out.
He's using the Google machine.
He is. Yeah, absolutely.
6 hours, 8 minutes.
Oh, even less. Okay, cool.
Bad.
I was factoring in the fact that I drive like Miss Daisy. I wasn't factoring in how fast Dustin.
Oh my gosh, he drives worse than Miss Daisy. He is a speed limit driver.
Oh yeah, you couldn't be around me then, bro. You'd be scared in my car.
Same.
Yeah, I got a fast car.
Hey, hang on. So that'd be sick if we could do it together. But another thing we can do is we can do a satellite one. So I'll do the hot sauces if you miss them. But check this out. We had these should be fine on your organs or the ones that are here or that left.
Okay.
We are going to get some smelling salts.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I heard those are okay. All right, I'm in for that. Okay. I heard those are rank, bro.
They are.
I've never smelled one before, bro.
I'll get you the good ones.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I'm in for this. This is gonna be fire. Yo, great competition, Dustin. I'm gonna miss it just to see what it does, but I'm gonna do it live because it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, like the one Greg and I did was like, I don't care if I make the spare. I'm still trying to. This is
bro. Leave the head pin. I'm missing that some bitch just to try this.
I spilled it on Greg's arm just so I could lick it off. Like I'm here for a hot sauce.
Yes. This is gonna be awesome. I'm in for that. 1,000,000,000% in for that.
I like it. And 6 hours really isn't that bad.
It's 6 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to fly there still because listen, 6 hours in a car for your boy is just what I mean, it's a whole thing. So but we got if you're gonna be there for dog tags also for September 7th for people that don't know, we're running a tournament here. If you want to sign up, you guys should definitely do that. But there's one that I'm going to be for dog tags in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he said November.
Yeah, you should be there for that one, and maybe we can do the challenge there. So we could do the satellite one, but I want to do a one with you, Dustin, because I think me and you would have like so much fun doing it.
Are you kidding? That'd be a blast, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So I think we need to do both of them, but the smelling salt one, this is gonna be wild.
Ducey said he wouldn't drive 4 hours from Chicago.
Yeah, bro, it's a whole thing. Like, yo, like I'm flying to where I'm going. So,
man, I'm used to driving. I like that. I used to drive 10 hours each way to see my kids every 6 weeks.
Okay, well, I mean, and I need new tires on my car too. That's another thing. I'm gonna just keep that a stack with you too, because I'm not really trying to have my tires blow out on my way to anywhere. You know what I mean?
Dustin just got done fixing a couple of his.
I'm from New Jersey, bro. Don't leave me stranded somewhere where I don't know where I'm at, bro. This is wild. You know what I mean?
I think we can definitely make both of those happen.
Okay, so I'm in for that. Like when I fix everything, I'm good to go. Then I'll be taking more trips, Deucey. Yelling at me with your eyebrows from where you're at right now. I love you, Deuce. Shout out to my dog tag guys and girls, man. I love them, bro. I do this with them every Tuesday now. So
Nice. The last thing I wanted to make sure that I said, that way we got more time for jibber jabber and funness.
okay,
Closing up the reading thing. I don't know if Mike knows what book. I want to recommend a book for you.
please.
I haven't gotten it by the next time I'm at Barnes & Noble. I'll just buy you a copy and ship it to you because I got Mike one.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, dude. Especially since you said you're very good at naturally you're good at reading people.
Yeah.
One of the things I did in the military, and then I have a company where I still do it, studied advanced situational awareness or predictive profiling, reading people essentially. But there's a book, it's so great. It's called, yep, right there.
What everybody is saying.
By Joe Navarro.
Okay.
It's such a fantastic book to start out with. Even if you're good at it and you, again, self-aware to self-regulate, you realize that you're pretty good at reading people, that your instincts are right. You even peruse through that book because those are skills that you're using to type of stuff. Even though we don't, I'm going to wrap myself up quick because I could talk about this stuff forever.
No, please. I want to hear this.
Through different nonverbal communication or kinesics, body language, you know what people are really saying. Because like you said earlier, it's like people aren't going to tell me I'm not listening to you. They're never going to use those words, but real quick through the body language, they're going to.
Everything, the shoulders, the forearms crossed, the way you're fidgety about things, the way you look at things. Yeah.
It's going to give you the science behind all of that stuff.
Like eyesight and where it goes.
Kind of, yeah. For that, you're going to establish somebody's baseline. There used to be, they look up and to the left or line, they look that way. Kind of accurate. But you have to, it's specific to each person. So like with you,
I agree with that.
Where I just ask a few baseline gathering questions. And then I could, after those, we had a conversation. I would know if you're lying or not, as depending on where you look. But it's a specific to you, not just always up and left is this or da da da.
Yeah. It's nuances and little ticks that people have.
And then learning what those really mean are going to amplify all the things that you're already doing naturally. Like, we haven't talked about it in a while, Mike, but I know that he had started that book, and but it's fantastic, man. I recommend that.
Okay. Yeah, the last chapter I just got done reading was about the fight or flight. It was like the 3 steps. Like if you're in a situation, like what we naturally want to do, and it's kind of like if one step doesn't work, then you advance to this one, and if this one doesn't work, then you're just like, you're trying to basically fight or flight. That's the last chapter I've read. I mean. It's probably bad to me to say I've only read two chapters, but the 2 chapters were about like that thick, so it's a lot of good reading material.
Also, I don't read a lot. Like I'm thinking about getting into more reading. So listen, people go at their pace. It's, you know what I mean. Like if you're taking in information and you're learning, bro, like it doesn't matter how fast you're reading it.
On top of all you're already doing, But on that too, one of my podcasts I did with one of my fantastic guy, Marcus, we talked about in the beginning of that book, he's got the 10 commandments to being a competent observer to your environment. And it's just, he talks about those things and it's easy reading it. You can read it at your pace, but it's really good stuff.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. You got, was that your last one, Dustin, or you got something else, or
I think I did want to mention, this is cool. I just had my own little Simo story because you mentioned him a couple times. And Mike, I think already knows this. Last summer, I took my boys, they're 8th grade and 5th grade, 13 and 10. We went to a seminar from Bob Learn Jr. and a couple of regional guys. And Branson was throwing the oldest with, because I paid for him to do it too. He was doing, the guys he was throwing with, they were boys with Simo. And my kid was like, yeah, he's my favorite. I love Simo. And he's like, all right, hang on. And he just FaceTimed with him. So Branson got to like see his face for like a minute. You know what I mean? And that's to this date in his short 13 years on this planet. But that's like the highlight of his life right now is like,
bro, such a good dude too. Like he's like and listen, the talent is incredible. Just watching him bowl at the U.S. Open was silly.
Ooh, I have a great opportunity to ask you a question, actually, as a dad here. Mike probably knows exactly what I'm talking about here. Branson, my 13-year-old, so he bowled for high school team last year for the first time. Okay. He's a 2-hander, but he throws backup ball as his primary.
Okay.
And then, so if he leaves something on the left, then he'll just flip over and throw, regular right hook. But what do you think about him throwing the backup as his primary throw.
I don't have a problem with it if he's. I mean, he's on the left, correct? I mean, it gives him a little bit more push on that side. I saw something very different while I've been here. And again, this guy really thought it was a knock, and it wasn't. I saw a backup on the right side bowler, and I asked myself why somebody would do that. I couldn't get an answer. Like, why would someone throw a backup ball on the right side? Like, what would be the thought in that? You know what I
So
mean?
is that a lefty throwing
It was a
backup?
lefty that was throwing
Yeah.
the right-handed backup.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow, that's really different. Like, you don't see that. So as far as the backup, I know plenty of good bowlers that throw a backup ball. But for me, I'm a coach, so I go, let me see you throw it right-handed first, and if I like your right-handed first more than I like your left-handed, then I'm gonna try to sway you in a direction. But if you guys feel that something should stay there, and you guys like the way, if you like the way he throws it, and if he's consistently throwing it there, why change it? It's what you know. I mean, like if he's like I'm hell bent on throwing it this way, and he wants to get good at that. I mean, I had a kid here. Matter of fact, my guy's son's his name is Ryan. He used to throw it back up, and then we put him in two handed, and he started throwing it to the right side, and he stayed throwing it to the right. So, I mean, for me, it's whatever you guys, whatever, Mike seems to think, whatever you want to do, But for me, I think if they throw it good at the certain side, leave them there, you know. But I would say try the other, but you could try the other side too. Like, is there consistency in it? It can create constant consistency where the less moving parts, the more it easier is to duplicate. So if there's too much manipulation of the hands, then you're not going to create consistency through motion, you know.
Here's another thing too, Joel. You could tell Dustin because remember I asked you in one of your lives, like you switched over, like I said, a couple months ago. You started going two-handed. The
Mhm.
process of making that switch, you said, what was the most important part? The legs. Is
The
that
legs dictate every part of your power because a great friend of mine, Greg Young, who bowled with me at nationals, Team USA, bowled on tour, all these things. He was watching me practice in the beginning because that's right after nationals. I made the decision, and I asked him. I was like, "Dude, how much finger pressure should I have when I throw the ball?" He's like, "Literally none." So when he said that to me, the click that gave me to understand where my legs needed to be, I have gone up a mile and a half faster, and my rev rate is higher than it's ever been. So as fast and everything, it is the most controlled I've ever felt throwing a ball to, and that gets all sequenced at the bottom with your legs, because I'm a 5 step. So from step 4 to 5, that transfer of power, like if you watch my videos, my legs are so, like, I have very strong legs. So if you watch my legs and calves, you see how much they tighten up and they go. Because as soon as I unload that power, I'm just get the hell out the way because I'm gonna unload the hell out of it. So it's the understanding that you can be powerful, but not have to feel like you have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger at the top to throw it there. So
Yep.
wow, what Arnold Schwarzenegger, but yeah, good throwback guy right there. Yeah, good. But yeah, you don't have to be like EJ Tackett. Perfect example. He's not
Oh,
a two-hander, but yo, one of the highest rev rates on tour, like 138 pounds soaking wet.
and dude,
So
power
fucking straps on it. You know what I mean? Like he gets it. So
does some molly whop into the pins.
he's feeling it at the bottom out
yeah,
here, getting the rev rates. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's good. I like it. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
You
bro.
get okay. So again, you talked about a bunch of pros that you have met, and we started this back in episode 10 with Melanie. And I know you know Melanie. She was on your live.
She don't wash her chicken either. Disgusting. Yeah, she's on my
Well,
TikTok. I got a video with Mel because she's like, no. I was like, that's absolutely disgusting. But yeah, good.
I'm gonna let her know next time I
Oh,
talk to
oh,
her.
Mel, I hope you're watching this. You know what I mean? With your bad attitude.
Well, hey, you know what though? Hey, more power to her. She made her first show.
Yeah.
I
She's
think it
gotten
was
a
the
lot better.
Pepsi. Yeah, she made her first show, and she won the first match against against Cote, but then I think she lost the next one against I think it was Jordan Richards.
I mean, that's a pretty good amount of bowling that they got going on at the women right now. Because watching them go through the U.S. Open, it was a grind for a lot of these females. So, I
Oh,
mean,
dude,
just you
anytime you have the
respect their
U.S.
game a
Open,
lot more after watching them go through all that.
dude, anytime you have the U.S. Open as an oil pattern, and Dustin knows this because of the sweepers. I got up there and there's a bunch of times I was telling you, "Hey, Joel, guess what won it today?" And I'm sitting there telling you, "Hey, 560 won it for 3," and he was like,
I
"Dude."
wish. Let me go bowl that. I want to bowl that because that's when you actually got to make shots. I love that shit.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you the amount of the amount of like
Bitching?
defeat. No, the amount of
Oh,
defeat on these bowlers' faces.
oh,
I was kind of like Cartman from South Park. I was like, let me taste your tears, yeah,
that's awesome.
because they know I put out the toughest of the tough, and then at the end of the season you make the top 32 because I do it on a point system, and then
Right?
I throw them on dual patterns.
Oh,
And
have
this
fun with
last
that.
one, dude, the last one I threw out, I had arsenic on the left lane, and I had the 46-foot flat Masters pattern on the right.
Oh, bro, have that one, bro. Sorry, trying to get this thing. And
No,
Mike,
no,
you came up on my thing when I open my TikTok.
yeah, they're right, yeah,
I,
because you're right there with me. You're right there. Like I said, you're here and what have you. No, but I was going to say, like, I was going to get to the point of like, so the pros. You know some of them personally. And with
Yeah,
Melanie, we started doing one word association. I was wondering if we can go through a couple. If you have one word associations, could you do that?
I could try. All
Okay.
right.
I'll
hey,
give
you,
you. I'll
buddy.
give you an easy one. I'll give you an easy one to start. Okay. Tim Mack.
The easy one to start. Um, it's not an easy one. Let's go. Let me find a word for Tim because Tim is such a genuine person in how he is.
Mm-hmm.
So genuine. How about
Okay.
that? Genuine in
Okay.
how he is around
I
people.
figured you were going to say that or goat.
Yeah. He is one of the best. I watched Tim. Like we went to that trade show, and
Mm.
like I didn't watch Tim bowl a lot throughout his career because I didn't know him a lot throughout his career. I watched this man hook the entire lane and hit every board on the way around. Do you know
Wow.
how hard that is?
Oh.
Like he's so compact to the ground, and this man's power when he was getting it, crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So I think in that where just skilled, athletic as hell. Like I said, just honest in his opinion. So
And
just
genuine. I like it.
genuine, yeah.
Okay. Uh, EJ.
Goat.
Goat. Okay.
That's a goat.
Okay.
No
Uh,
shade at that guy, man. He's earned it. So I don't care how much he's not won or won on TV, man. That dude just he runs away with tournaments.
Yeah.
Because and forgive me if I'm gonna go off a little bit on here. It's you can watch a man lap a tournament, and because he loses in the title match, doesn't mean he didn't just mollywop everybody at the tournament for and handedly too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he beat your ass and
Yeah.
he let you know about it, plain and Jane. Like
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, because I think it was like you talking about that one tournament. I think he was like what, like 150 or 200 pins or three or more or whatever.
bro, like 300, 400, like the U.S.
Yeah,
Open, silly.
yeah,
He lapped the field.
yeah.
Come on, bro.
That's not that's the one I was thinking you was talking about. I had forgotten the exact amount, but yeah, I know what you're
Silly.
talking about. Yeah. Okay. Well then, here's another one. Belmo.
Another goat.
Hmm.
I mean, and everybody thinks that Belmo was the first person to make it to TV. That's just not true. Does everybody know that Oscar Palermo was the first person to make it on
Mm-hmm.
TV at a U.S. Open?
Yep.
Um, Oscar Palermo was one of the first people, but Belmo, man, like you feel that dude's aura when he walks in. When he bowls, man, you know Belmo's in the building. It's just like EJ, just like Simo. You know
Mm-hmm.
these guys are in the building and they're coming for your throat. Plain and simple. If you're lacing them up just like me, that's why I can look at that and tell you when we lace them up, it ain't about being violent. It's about beating your ass on the lanes every time we lace up. So,
Will,
yes,
William
they're
William
killers.
here said that you were going to turn him into EJ 2.0.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, let's go a little old school here. What about old Norm Duke? Because he's one of my favorites.
Dude.
The touch of a god.
That's more
This
than one
man
word,
used to
but I think we
take
could push that all into one.
the man used to take, yeah, a touch. How about that finesse? This man used to take his bowling balls off the drill press and not bevel the fingers and throw bowling balls that way.
Yep.
Do you know how hard it is to throw a ball with no bevel in it? And Norm
Mm-hmm.
Duke did it with gusto.
Mm-hmm.
At Carolier, all those that he won there, I watched him do that.
Yep.
And he did it. This man changed positional tape every time he threw the ball.
Yep.
I watched this man just go. That's another go.
Mm-hmm.
I got Rushmores, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And Norm Duke is up there, bro. You
What
can't
about
question greatness.
Parker Bone?
Oh man, as a New Jersey, I literally that 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 style has never looked different through his whole career.
Yep.
You want to talk about consistency and poetry in motion? Parker Bone is that. His sons, Jesus,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
monsters,
Yeah.
like rev
We
rates and really good kids
we we got people in the chat on all the avenues here saying that he is best lefty of all time.
all time. Well,
Uh,
there, there's
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You forgot the goat,
You talking
Mr.
about
Earl
Earl? Yeah,
Anthony.
Earl Anthony. Yep.
Don't
Can't
you
forget Earl.
dare, don't you dare forget the goat.
All right.
I mean, I know it's
Walter Ray.
different times, but
What about Walter Ray?
man, Walter Ray is two-handed now.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about someone who's um, gone through every single phase of ball motion is Walter Ray. And him and Pete had some of the best battles ever. Pete was that was Pete's go get that ass guy when he went to bowl a tournament when they were actually going and grinding on tour.
Mhm.
So that was Pete's like, I'm gonna go kick his ass because that's the person I have to beat to win this tournament.
Yep.
So Walter is that guy.
Okay.
Simple and plain.
What about your one word for Pete Weber then?
Cocky, bro. I love that shit. Just like I know you better earn it because I ain't gonna give it to you. I
Mhm.
love that shit.
All right. What about I'm getting some names here. I'm just gonna throw them out. Jason Couch.
Jason Couch is a really good friend of mine. And when the last time Jason Couch saw me before this US Open, I
Yeah.
was really big. So he goes, dude, have a sandwich was the first thing Jason said to me when he saw me. So Jason Couch, one of the best human beings ever, and I'll never forget when I bowled my first U.S. Open. I was on staff with Brunswick, and Jason Couch came up behind me and he hit my Eruption Pro with an Aberlon pad because he's like, "Give me that," and I was like, "That's one of the coolest things I ever experienced as a bowler." Because
Hey.
he's like, "Give me that," and he had
All
the
right,
Aberlon pads and he hit it. I was like, holy shit, I feel like a pro right now.
dude. I have got to tell y'all this story. Okay.
Let me get my charger because my phone's gonna die. So
Okay. You do that. Can you hear me while you're doing that, Joel?
yes, go ahead.
Okay. So Jason Couch story. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We had a seminar. This is about 2016, 2017, roughly, and we went up to Hendersonville, striking spare in Hendersonville, Tennessee,
Okay.
and uh, Couch was the one that was doing the talking for the new Ebonite was putting out new bowling balls for when they owned their four brands at the time, and this was shortly after Liz had went 890 in league. I think it was like back to back, or it was within a couple of weeks of each other.
Okay.
And it was when the Scandal Pearl was just now being released.
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing the seminar, and Couch is just talking up all the he's talking up all the stuff. And Liz had just did this 890, And then she had live streamed it on Facebook, right? And of course, again, they are milking it for what it's worth, telling how good this ball is going to be. You know the spiel. And I'll never forget a buddy of mine that used to work for us. He raised his hand like because Jason was like, "Does anybody have any questions about this?" And he raised his hand and he said, "Well, God dang, Jason, if she was a lefty, she'd have shot 920." And everybody started laughing in there. And you look at Jason, like the look on his face, he was kind of like, I want to get mad, but I got to maintain my level of professionalism. And
and
I'll never forget. I asked my buddy Rich at the time. I said, "Hey," I said, why did you do that? He says, "I don't give a damn." I said, "What's he going to do to me?" And I was like, okay. And I thought
but I
it was
will
the
tell you,
funniest stuff.
bro, 3 tournament of champions in a
Yeah,
row,
yeah.
a killer,
Mm,
bro. If anybody knows PBA history, that match that he had with Billy Oatman, yo,
mm-hmm,
Jason Couch, top 3 lefties of all time.
mm-hmm.
Parker, Earl, and Jason Couch, bro. Like, just killer, bro. Like, I used to like that is me. I'm gonna talk shit until you beat me, and if you beat me, I'm gonna give you my hand and say great bowling. But bro, I love that shit. But I will tell y'all, my favorite bowler.
Yeah.
You have not mentioned him. I watched this man win his first U.S. Open. I was there in the front row. He was throwing an Ebonite one. One Mr. Tommy
He's
Lee
Jones.
Jones.
Okay. Yeah. Tommy
That
Jones.
is Joel's favorite bowler of all time, bro. That man, bro, he turned me on when he bowled. And I don't mean to say it like that, but yo, when Tommy was locked, bro, listen, that yo, he told somebody he was bowling against, he ain't gonna be hot dogging me on TV and tattooed, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if they can make me have a swing, that was one of the most beautiful swings I've ever seen. That's
Man,
first.
my my first impression of TJ was that U.S. Open. Well, you might be talking about the same one, but he on the left lane he was super deep, and on the right lane he had to use the front of the ball return, and I
That
think
was
he
at
was
my
three
home
steps.
center.
That okay? That's yep. That's the one I remember. Yeah, because you said the one, and that just kind of jarred up me watching it on TV that day. So yeah,
After did that, I had 8 ones after that because that is one of my favorite balls of all time.
dude, I can't tell you how like that ball from Ebonite and the Total Envy,
Oh, the
dude.
game
It seemed like
breakers.
yeah, and the Game Breakers. Even now, dude, the Game Breakers. I told everybody if I could find a GB2 Gold, oh my, because that was my ball in 16, 17. That ball was the reason I made All State in Alabama for the first time ever. Was that ball right there? So yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm with
bro.
you.
What's your high set, Mike?
820, 827.
What'd you shoot it with?
Black Widow 2.0 hybrid.
There you
Did
go.
it back in January.
Oh, it's recent. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congrats, man.
I went at 258, 280, 289. And the funny thing about it was I was doing it in a fun league. I was subbing in it. And these people were just looking at me going, why is he so like stoked? And I was like, you guys don't understand. Like 800, and I'll tell this to anybody, 800
Way
is
better than 300.
dude, it's so much more difficult. It still goes back to being on a house shot. I don't care if that ratio is 12 to 1, 20 to 1, 50 to 1, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
You still have to have a little bit of a skill set to make them shots.
I agree, bro.
My first 800 came off of when I had 27 in a row. I almost didn't make it. I I opened in the ninth of that set, and they had the scoring monitor at front told you where you were at the exact moment. I looked and I was like, oh man, you mean
Dustin,
to
are
tell
you
me I got to
okay,
strike
buddy?
out?
Yeah.
I was like, you
Yeah,
mean I got to strike out to shoot my first 8 on the dot? And lo and behold, I did. So there you go.
yeah, yeah.
So, but no, that was recent. Yeah.
That's awesome, bro.
What about you? What's your highest 8?
856
Nice.
Woo, boy,
with an
you had to be at
original
Fuego that night, man.
with an original red rain on 81 and 2 at Carolier. I
Ooh,
had the absolute nut. I
What ball was that?
the original Red Rain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
Okay.
hit it. They hit it with 1500 and took the polish off. I was like, dude, what the fuck did you do to my ball? And then I go to throw it, and I was like, holy shit! I have never struck that much in my life. But the one time I did have 500 after two, and I had a gold IQ, which I really wish they would bring that ball back. If they had a gold IQ and I shot 300 the last game to shoot 800 on the nose with it at
Oh yeah.
counties, I was like, that was fire, bro. And I
Those
shot 856 subbing also.
that
It wasn't my team. Yeah, I was subbing on Saturday night. I was like, I mollywopped the building for money too. I took everybody's money that night.
tonight's night of the word is brought to you by Joel.
And Chipotle.
Oh man, Dustin, you got anything else, bro? Oh wait, hang on. There's still some more one. There's still some more one words here. Somebody wanted me to ask you about Robert Smith.
Oh man. First, Robert Smith is one of my favorite bowlers also. I have learned from watching Robert Smith and one of the best talents to ever throw a fucking ball. He tried to tell he comes into my live feed, which I'm like a fanboy when Robert Smith comes in. And I asked him, I was like, listen, if there's one thing you can tell someone and give them advice on bowling, the first thing he goes, if I would have learned this earlier, I would have been so much better. I go, I really hate you right now because you throw it so damn good. He's like, people that don't watch their ball go through their progression. I was like, wholeheartedly, and he told me this like 6 months, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. It feels like a long time ago, but I've only been doing live stream for 8 months. But when Robert Smith comes in and, like, I acknowledge greatness as it is. I think Robert Smith has done it in every aspect of the sport. Injuries really ruined what could have been, but he's still a monster. You know what I mean? Like, this is when someone can be good through all that adversity and still be as cool as he is, because Robert Smith's a cool ass dude. Like, he's just cool overall. So for me, he's up there for me too. So I think Robert Smith is just, I'm fucking. I wish I had that much reverence.
Well, I was about to say, as far as his rev rate goes, I feel like he was so ahead of the curve
I
before.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, he was so ahead of the curve. It was like when I was 19 or 20, and like a couple buddies of mine would be like, "Hey, who's going to be on the show today?" And they would say Robert Smith. I'm like, "Oh, I'm totally tuning in for that," because
Yeah,
it was
bro. I
like,
used to love those shows, bro. Like I used to
yeah,
love when those shows came on, man. Now it's just like it's so like they built the stage in a warehouse and they go, "Let's go watch bowling now." Bro, I love going to different centers. I love feeling that homey
Yep.
center vibe when you go watch a show.
Yep.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, bro, Maximum Bob is just he's up there for me too. Like, I mean, a lot of these guys are, but
I'm going to ask a couple of ladies bowlers to get your thoughts on them because Wayne threw up a good one here. Michelle Feldman.
goat of all goats in women's bowling. That
Okay.
is my yo. You want to talk about strapping on it, bro? Watching Michelle Feldman go at it, bro. I watched her every time she threw a ball on shows.
Yeah.
Bro, Michelle Feldman, go, bro.
Okay. What about Culkin? What about Liz?
I haven't watched Liz Bowl a lot, but I think just technician to the game. I like how fluid she is in her motions when she throws the ball. See, I don't do one word things, bro. Yeah, yeah, just
I get it. No, hey, this is fine.
technical,
This is
bro. You know what
fine.
I mean? Technical.
Well, okay. Look at it like this. Okay, so I'm going to say this next name, and I'm going to tell you what Melanie said, and we're going to see what if you guys matched up with this or not. Okay. What do you think of Daria?
A word?
I mean, yeah, if you can, it ain't no
I
big deal.
I think she has so much talent with all that rev rate that she has. I think sometimes she runs into trouble with it.
Yeah.
So I think like and I don't know what her changes or anything need to be done. I think she's very talented. I think she's one of the better bowlers on tour because when she can get where she's comfortable, she's gonna run them over, right? Like it's just like when Verity gets it. It's just like There's so many things going on right now. It's like when Verity gets it. It's like when Liz gets it. Like it's yeah. I don't do all that stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Like I like to talk. I like to do things. So
Well,
these it's just like watching. I love like I watched her practice sessions. I watched her during the Open. She tried to climb this mountain, but sometimes I feel like her reverie gets her in trouble. But
the
just talented as hell. You know what I mean?
she Melanie said she couldn't even say one word for Dar. She said hooks it a lot.
Yeah, just gets she gets it. She
Yeah.
don't miss it. I know that.
What? All right. What do you think about Jillian? The one Jillian Hall. I think that's her name.
Jillian Martin.
Martin. God darn it! I knew I'd screw that up. Yeah,
Um,
Jillian Martin.
she's ahead of her time.
Uh,
That
Melanie
girl's
said
gonna win a
no.
lot. That girl's
Yeah,
gonna win a lot
yeah. Oh, I
if
completely agree.
if she could keep her mind in it.
Yeah,
Because sometimes when you get too much clout when you're in the beginning of things,
yeah.
it can make it where it becomes affecting of the mental. So
Mm.
I hope she doesn't let that happen to her because she's too
Yeah.
talented to let that happen to her. So
So basically, get in with the right people on the right path, and you can let
right,
that.
stick to the
Yeah,
right people, have the
yeah.
right routines. Don't do, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what these girls do, but just if you're on tour, be on tour, be active to the tour. Don't sway away from that because you're too talented to not. You know,
All right. Viewer suggestion here. Diana.
Zavajalova.
Yep. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, her and Daria, like the first time I ever saw them on TV, I was like,
It's
first of all,
sick.
I looked at Diane and I was like, she rolls that ball very well. Like,
Rolls the
holy,
shit out. I was gonna say like I was like just the ball roll is just unique as hell. Like it's the way her ball clears the front and just goes through the pins, bro. She was whooping their ass at the Open too, bro.
yeah.
It
Dude,
was
and I mean,
incredible to watch her day one, bro.
I say this with respect for her too, but I think manipulation of how she can manipulate a ball roll too. That's the first thing I noticed. It was like
Silly.
she could switch from one and then change like a totally different role, and it's like, okay, she changed him. Wow, what a
Did you know
difference!
how
Like,
much timing changes when you do certain things, and to be able to control that timing through it is different, bro.
yeah, yeah. Okay, that's all I got, Dustin. We went through a lot. So instead of one word, it was half a
A lot of
paragraph with
words.
Joel.
1 page per person. That's your
Yeah,
max.
one page per person.
No,
All
Oh,
I
right.
listen, man. I just these girls are just different animals, bro. Like they all have their like. What's this? The girl that's the Asian. The what's her name? She's whooping their ass right now. Like she's whooping
You talking about
everybody's
the
ass
one they
right now.
just named for Bowl of the Year?
Can someone tell me her name? It's I don't want to butcher it. It's like
Yeah,
some.
I know who you're talking about. I can see the picture
She's
in my head.
busted. Yo, she's player of the year. So I don't
Ma-
want to disrespect her at all. Like she's GOAT right now. She is feeling
Maya
it.
says Sun Lee Jane.
Sung Lee Jin, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
She's a beast. Bro. Don't take away nothing from the best. She's the best woman bowler on the planet right now. It is what it is. Like it's sickening, but it's just that she's that good. That's all. So yeah, that's
Christopher
all I
Nash
wanted to
says,
know.
y'all wait till Bella Love Costello gets to the pros. Remember that name? She just ran over Junior Gold or
Okay.
JOG, I should say.
Yeah, but it's all relative, right? She got to deal with the women of the pro tour too, bro. They're not just
Hey,
gonna let you have it. So
no. But I think that goes back to like it's like we said about Jillian, like when she made that show on the PBA Junior National, and I think I and correct me if I'm wrong if you remember this. I think it was Belmo doing the commentating that day. That was like, y'all better watch out for this one. I think
I
he kind of
mean,
put his seal of approval on her, and
and I mean, when you get the stamp of approval from that guy, like, who else do you want it from?
mm-hmm,
So
exactly.
I just think that the young talent coming up, bro.
Oh,
I'm just trying to enjoy it while I could do it. Cause once I can't, I'll see y'all later. Cause some of these just these kids now, man, I'm trying to get more rev rate and ball speed until I ain't got it no more. So going two handed, hey, guess what? Let me raise up my ball speed a mile an hour and a half faster and raise my rev rate up. You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. You're wilding out. You know?
Somebody on here also said one word association. They want to know what you think about Joel.
That's poetry in motion all the time, bro. What are you talking about? I piss excellence in the morning. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, bro. I like to think that I try to remain as humble as possible. I like to enjoy it. I like to have fun. I like for everyone to enjoy it. I don't do it for selfish reasons. Like I don't need to have the mansion. I have the nice house that I could just be peaceful in. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to have more than because I'm a person that's simple in how he approaches life, man. So for me, I want to be helpful to people, and I hope I've been that. You know.
And
So
one word, somebody's asking, Adam's on here asking, one word for couch coaches.
Cheetos.
Cheetah. Cheetah.
And the
Cheetos.
Okay.
puppy.
I want to make sure I get by here. It said, somebody on here said something about it. Said, Brooklyn Rob challenged Maximum Bob.
He ain't winning that. Good luck, Rob. I hope you win, bro, but I don't think so. And you know Max. He knows Max and Bob. I've heard their podcast. Actually friends with Big Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know Rob like that. And it is what it is. Like I'll go for Maximum Bob because that's my guy. You know what I mean? Like, cause why would I not? But I mean, may the best man win. You still got to throw the ball. So
Right.
If
either
you could
way,
get that mindset again, and I mean, like I said, there's people that you just look at and you're like, oh, but I mean, real talk here. If you get with the mindset every day that you put your pants legs on, your pants leg on one leg at a time, like anybody else.
I ain't scared to bowl nobody, bro. You ain't paying my bills, my G. So guess
Right.
what? You got to do it just like I don't care if Belmo's. I don't care if my mom is next to me. Like it is what it is. Until this is over, I'll see you when I'm done. I'll get your autograph after, maybe. But if I beat you, even worse for you. So, like, listen, this is bowling, bro. This ain't boxing. You got to throw a ball just like I do. And if you beat me, you beat me. Congratulations. I'm gonna shake your hand because I don't need to try to make someone feel worse. And if I win, I'm gonna still shake your hand. I'm gonna be a little excited, but I don't want to make you feel worse because I ain't trying to. But if you come at me, don't wake
That's,
that one up because
that's okay. I just want you to know that as a fan, Joel, I just want you to know I'm looking forward to the Thursday morning notification of the live being shared with me. I'm really looking forward to that.
he's got to show up.
Dude, you should do it anyway.
Oh, I'm
Just
gonna
do
be
it anyway.
practicing either way. I'll be there. But don't come on my live feed being disrespectful, bro. Because I don't go on your shit. I don't go people's talking about, oh, as soon as you see something you want to say something. Bro, listen, if somebody does their job, like I've had people get thrown off of their live feed because they know me. That's pretty wild to me. So if you are under that cloud that because you come into my live feed and I like to joke that it's okay to just be disrespectful, you're gonna get put in a place.
Here you go.
There you go. Let's go. I'm in, Deucey. Sign him up, my G. 9-6. I'm going against the whole rest of the dog tags crew too. So
That Wayne says, stay tuned for September 7th with you and him on live.
oh yeah, I'll be live streaming when I bowl that tournament for dog tags. So oh yeah,
Okay.
Wayne. So yeah, we're trying to get as much for the vets as we can too. So, everybody just go support us for that because we don't take no money for that. We just want to help the vets for that too, bro. So, find it in yourself, donate. You can become a partner with us. Um, Dog tags bowling for all your merch and stuff too. Like we're trying to get this whole community of bowlers to be understand that we can all thrive in this. We can all move ahead in this. This doesn't have to be about me stepping on or nobody stepping on me to get there. Like we're giving you knowledge. We're helping you understand. And I promise you, I've been fact checked more than a few times. Fact check me if you want. The proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? So if you see how much of a difference it's making in your game, why are you trying to bring the person down for doing that? You know what I mean? So stay humble and blessed about what you're doing, but you don't have to walk into somebody's live and be an asshole. Plain and simple. We're better than that now. You know what I mean? Like
And
we're at a place where we can enjoy the game and still have fun doing it. But if you come in and knock me down, take your simple ass off my live feed. Plain and Jane, my G.
that seems pretty, that doesn't seem like very plain Jane. That just seems pretty much to the point, Joel.
Listen, bro. I mean, I don't know how else I could put it for you. Just, I don't, stop doing
Yeah.
that.
It's like George Carlin once said, "Stop that."
Yeah, no, just stop.
No. Okay, yeah. Remember, you already got you a couple for your soundboard in the future.
I appreciate that, man.
Wayne said the dog walking lady out there.
She did actually pass while we were talking, but I'm not gonna
Look,
stop. So,
and
but she actually waved to me when she walked by.
she
So
did.
we ain't too sensitive. So
Nice.
it's good to see her. You know.
And Adam says criticism is not disrespectful.
Exactly. I'm not here to make you feel disrespected when I criticize your game. I want you to understand why I do it and how I do it is to better you, not to like if you come in my life, having fun with somebody like Derek, it's a little different because I like to joke with my friends because everybody loves Derek. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to be in my life to meet Derek. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are, then understand, bro. Like I'm a regular person, and like I said earlier in this, I'm not here for you to like me. I'm not here to help you do that. You either do or you don't. But at the same time, I'm always gonna keep it honest with you. I don't need to sugarcoat shit for anybody because that's not how I'm built, you know. So
You know, it's funny how you say, like I said, just being straight to the point, Joel. It's like I use this as an example. It's like a long time ago when I shot. It was one of my 300 games I bowled, and I got real animated. And one of my bowling mentors, he kind of like called me out on it. He was like, "How many have you done?" I told him, and he was like, "Well, why don't you act like you've been there before?" And at first, I got so angry with him because, not to mention what the salt in the wound was, is the next game, the guy I was bowling against shot 300 on me, and I go 170. So I'm already in a rage. It's like,
hmm
thanks for running it.
yeah.
And he told me later on, he said, "Hey, look, you still got a job to finish. You have one more game to bowl." And I was like, "Okay." So I got through that. My next set, I ended up shooting my second eight. I shoot 811, and it changed from the mental standpoint. It changed how I thought about stuff because I had shot three that night, like 6 months later, and my teammate looked at me. He goes, "Who is this person?" And I was like, "Hey,
Yeah, I say
you got a game,
perspective is
you still got a
everything,
game to
bro.
go."
Yeah, I say perspective is everything, bro.
Yeah,
Like it's the understanding that if you've been there before and you understand how things work and because like these guys that do it professionally, bro, they do this so much that they just we're gonna throw this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna sit our ass down, we're gonna do this again. And this is how they live their lives, bro. So perspective is everything. And when you can have eyes behind you like that, it becomes very it's a very it's a warming feeling because you go, now I understand why people are saying certain things to me, but you got to kind of sift through it too.
correct.
Because you got to take in information, but not all information is good information. Trust me.
That no, that's very true.
Like
I,
Dustin
I,
always tells me, trust but verify.
yeah, bro. Like when sometimes I hear some of these coaches and I just go, my God, can you just stop talking? Just shh. Just be quiet. Your point is getting worse as you speak. Can you stop? But I don't do that. Because I just go, you're just gonna finish what you're finished saying, and then the person's gonna come up to me and be like, "Yeah, all of that's bullshit. Come over here so we can help you understand what you're really supposed to be doing." Because you guys can hurt people more than you can help them with the shit that you do sometimes. Ugh. That one gets me is like you hurting people more than you're helping them doing that stuff. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with one last final question, as I always do on these episodes here. Uh, Anybody that's inspiring, because I'm pretty sure you may have people message you, come in your lives, and they talk about, getting into the pro shop business. Maybe,
mhm.
maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. I know they do it in mine. They always ask me all the time. What advice would you give someone that is really trying to get their foot in the door as far as becoming a pro shop operator?
I don't care how much money you have. Learn how to do it before you get into it. Go to classes. Understand it because I went through it a different way. That's not everybody's way of doing it. If I don't care how much money you have, I don't give a shit. If you go into this business, you're going into this business under the understanding that it's going to be harder than it's going to be easier. It's going to be long hours. It's going to be mistakes. It's going to be so much shit until you get to a point where you can sit back and go, okay, now I can do this job with no, there's nothing that can surprise me anymore. There is no one thing. It's very hard to stump your boy. It's so hard to stump your boy, it's crazy. And if you got a question about physics and all that shit, congratulations. But when I tell you when it comes to bowling balls and all these things, there's nothing that I haven't seen. And if there's something I haven't seen, I can't wait to see it. Because I'm always, always, always willing to learn. But I know how to learn from people that actually know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yes.
Because I just it's a thing about how people come at me sometimes. It's I'm no coach, but this, and this, but well, were you here for the last hour? Well, no. Well, then don't come try to coach me because you have no idea what the hell I'm working on. Well, yeah, I have plenty like Mike Jazz now. I have Mike Shady. I have some of the best coaches in the country that I can pick the phone up and call. So these things, I think people fall by the wayside and understand. I'm the pro shop guy at the building that I'm at. So let me be me. And if I ask you, then I will ask you for your information. But I'm pretty sure that if you want me to watch you, you'd be like, oh my God, I need to work on all these things. Why are you telling me what to do? Especially if you're watching. Bro, that's another thing. If you come in to join me, just watch. Talk to me about your day. I use TikTok to buffer in between practice. I don't use TikTok to get coached. I use TikTok to talk between shots. You guys ask me what I'm doing, and I'll give the same example. And I love that this just happened recently. I went 18 in a row explaining timing to someone. I don't need your help. I got plenty of coaches. Please help me understand why people do that. Like, I tell you, I don't need your help. I don't need your help. Yep, we get it. You think my elbow flares out, da 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 da. Whatever. No two people on this planet throw it exactly the same. And I put my mama on that one. I've watched a lot of bowlers. There's no two people on this planet that throw it exactly the same. I don't care what you tell me. So take that from what it is, but trust me when I tell you, we don't need your help. If I were to ask for it, then I'd take it. But and like Mike, I appreciate you letting me just vent on that because Mike comes in and he sees it. He's just like, bro, the man is practicing. Clearly, short is the hardest pattern. I have short out. I'm practicing on short. Why are you telling me what to do? I'm practicing to get better. What the? I'm practicing. This is practice. We are practicing. My Allen Iverson, my favorite player of all time in basketball. We talk about practice.
Not a game.
Not a game. Not a game. That is my favorite player of all time. Michael, Jordan, LeBron, all that shit. Don't compete with him in my race because you can't challenge that hard. I don't care what you tell me. And that's where I'm at. That's what I'm all about. So understand, I place all my emphasis in the shit that I'm doing. I obsess over these things.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly trying to get better. And in 3 months, I think I'm doing pretty good.
He's gonna do the thumbs up, and it's gonna. There you go.
I think I'm doing pretty good after 3 months. So, yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Don't practice shooting 300. Yeah.
Exactly. Stop
I don't,
looking at the damn strikes. If you look at
dude.
when I practice, I don't use the left lane.
When I give lessons, I don't put their name in. They're like, "Aren't you gonna put my name?" I said, "No, because you're gonna look at that as a reflection,
Yeah,
and
bro.
that's gonna change the course of the lesson."
Yes, that witch. I
That,
don't let people look at the screen. You ain't looking at the
yeah.
screen. The fuck, we ain't striking. We ain't worried about that right now.
Now we got a soundboard with yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yes. And then you look at it, you go, no, no.
yeah.
You get to shoot 300? No,
No,
no.
none of
Hey,
it.
look, I'll tell you, my buddy Wes, who's the general manager here at the center that I work my shop in,
What up, the
he's only got
West?
He's the only guy I know that have went 23 in a row and not shoot 800.
I had 598 after 2 and didn't shoot 800.
Bro.
Think about that shit.
Ooh.
I had
Well,
house
hey,
record in Palm with a
now,
mission
look,
2.0.
hey, listen, I give him all the credit in the world because he did that night, and I was working the counter, and he was doing the mechanic work and bowling at the same time. So I'm like, that's pretty good. Of course, we were a little small 12-lane house back then, and those were the good days.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
I mean, listen,
hey
I
man,
had 598 after 2, didn't shoot 800. So listen,
well,
point
all right.
299,
So
299.
I'm going to end on this note.
Yeah.
Uh, this is officially the longest episode in Calling All Bowlers history, which is we knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be. Dustin knew it was going to be.
By the
And
way, last time you look so studly right now, bro. All I'm gonna say is, Dustin, you're out here feeling it, my G. You look good, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you for dressing it and feeling it, bro. I appreciate you, man.
You are welcome. It was the least I could do, man.
Listen, I love talking to you guys. I have a great time. Like, forgive me if I don't always pop up. It's sometimes I just want to get away from the phone for a little bit. So
hey, dude, you're preaching to the choir, brother.
yeah. So sometimes just I get those invites and I just go, I'm not getting on live right now. I just don't have it in me to look at TikTok right now.
Well, I'm glad
So
you came on there that one night because there was like again, and I don't mind saying this because again, I always tell people if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna find someone that I know that does. And that last live I did that you came on there for like 5 minutes because I know it sounded like you woke up like from a nap or something.
I was just watching. I think I was playing PlayStation when I was like, "Oh, okay, we can do this. It's fine. I can do this."
And I was just like I said, I'm gonna have somebody come in there and answer the question, and you did. And I got a message later on that night. It was like, "Hey, thanks for doing that. I really do appreciate it." So it's just
Oh, listen,
again, at
bro,
the end of the day, it's all about we're trying to help people.
community,
We
bro.
yeah, and I don't care what anybody says. This bowling community, even though we are abroad in this country, it is a very small collective
It's
circle,
big but
more than one
small.
may think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your word is a lot in this industry, especially when it comes to this part of it, man.
Well, that's.
So
Oh, sorry, Joel.
go ahead. No, no, I'm just saying, like, your reputation gets out if you are a certain kind of pro shop guy. So understand, social media is a big ass place.
Well,
So if the word is out that you're not that good, people are gonna know.
that was the word that came to mind with what Mike was saying and like bringing you on there to answer that question, this and that. That's just establishing both of y'all's credibility. You
Yeah,
know,
bro. Dude,
firms
and
forces credibility. So it's
yeah, because it's allowing people to enter your world that, like, I could just be anybody giving you the wrong information, but the understanding of who I am and who we are in this allows us to do that. Like, I would let Mike come in and do that. I wouldn't just let anybody come in and do that.
absolutely.
So that's a big respect thing for me, and I appreciate that, you know. And it's the
Well,
same thing I have for people in the industry that want to see the industry grow rather than trying to undercut people to try to make an extra dollar because you're not good enough to do your own job. And that type of shit I don't play with because bro, I broke my ass to be this good. I didn't buy it. It was all earned, my G. So
Can't,
you
can't be.
can't teach this. You know what I mean? Like this was all earned in every aspect of how I got here. I am where I am because I broke my ass, and I continue to break my ass every day. I mean, maybe not today because I kind of took a day off, but when we're in the shops, bro, when I'm bowling, you don't get half ass in that. When I'm bowling with somebody, don't you ever half throttle me. I'm telling you right now. Because if you're not in to win with me, man, you can't bowl with me. You just can't do it. Because I'm not of the effect that if you're going to go bowl something hard, you better be able to throw the ball a little bit. And if I ask you to bowl with me, you better show up to do it, bro. Because every time you gonna get 110 out of me, regardless of what that score is. So
okay.
sorry for cutting you off again.
No,
Just Mike,
no.
I just appreciate this because I did not realize what TikTok would become and how it has become what it has. So, bro, we 2.5 hours. Like this is wild. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't feel like it's been 2.5 hours. I feel like it's the same kind of conversation I had with my buddy earlier. It's a different kind of animal when you love what you do and when you don't love what you do.
Yes.
You can feel it in how people are when you go into pro shops or when somebody's been really good at something for so long and they just lose love for it. Somebody needs to get life breathed back into them, you know. So, and I
Completely
try to
agree
find
with
reasons
you,
to do that every day. So,
brother. Hey,
right.
Dustin, I'm going to let you take us out on this one.
Oh, this is what we need Curtis here for. Oh, by the way, we got another shout out to Curtis. We love him. I hope he's feeling good.
Yo, Curtis, I love you, bro. From my heart, my G. Hope you feeling better, bro.
Curtis is like the gorgeous glue of the three-way mix. Like, it's just Mike and I are very good together. We've had to make a lot of stuff happen, just him and I. But when we have Curtis there, that's when we have total like
The
harmony.
cream filling, I get it, bro.
Curtis breaks the tie when we're at odds.
I wish that there was that kind of conversation because I'd be like, no, I win. And then I'd be wrong. And then I'd be like, yeah, good.
No.
No, you
Yeah,
didn't know. No.
yeah.
Well, we think Curtis, we all love you, man. We really do. Joel, we love you. It's been a long time in the making. So glad that we finally got to have you on.
Can't wait to come back on, bro. I hope I could come back on at points, you know?
Well, we got the hot sauce satellite. That's what I wrote down in my notes. I think it sounds cool. The hot sauce satellite. I don't know.
Okay, I'm in for that, bro. We're in.
Yeah, so we got a lot of fun stuff. Mike, thank you as always. As Curtis would tell us, I'm not real practicing this one, but like, follow, subscribe. I hate having to say that stuff, but I mean, the stuff that we talk about, you know, we have to because that's going to help get it out there more, build a community. Like Mike said, bowling is a small niche community in this whole system that we call a world. So, you know, let's like, follow, subscribe each other, everyone.
Yeah. Yes, go follow at Hoodie Bowler 300 and go visit the merch site at dynamicsbowling.com.
Joel, I'm gonna need you to take some of the excitement out of your voice when you plug yourself. All right.
I just because I don't want to take over your show like that, bro. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
no, hey, no. We want you
I
to plug
don't.
yourself on the show. That's
Talk
what
you
this
want
is.
to do.
You should.
Tell
Okay.
you
All right.
tell them.
Okay, so my TikTok channel is Hoodie Bowler 300. I am at Tim Mack Victory Lane Pro Shop at Woodland Bowl in Indianapolis. I'm a beast at this, and it is what it is, bro. Like I'm a beast at this, and I have a merch store that you can visit at dynamicsbowling.com. I have a YouTube. We put up videos often. We do ball reviews. We got these. The Optimum Idol Pearl video coming out. We just put the Summit Ascent video out for you guys. I post TikToks all the time. I don't do short ones. So get to the end of them. I like to plug new merch, bro. Dynamicsbowling.com for all the merch, bro. And yeah, go follow Damn Good Average Bowler, bro. Everybody that's not following, go follow, bro. We need to grow each other's channels. And my guy Mike is only at 2K. I'm gonna get my guy to 10K.
Yeah.
So if you're not following these guys, let's go, bro. I need everyone to go press your damn follow button. It ain't that difficult because then we get to do this stuff more often and make your lives so much happier. You know what I mean? Because, yo, life is too damn short. And if I'm not here tomorrow, you go, damn, bro. But at least he did what he needed to do while he was here, bro. You know what I mean? Enjoy life, guys.
Amen.
Yeah, bro. So thank
Uh,
you so much for having me on the show, fellas. I
yeah,
appreciate the absolute hell out of you.
Dustin, that's
Yeah,
for you, buddy.
Dustin, absolutely, my G.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your service, bro. You're a
And
Absolutely.
stud
Brian
muffin.
and Ducey also said that earlier too. I just can't find that comment, but he also said that too, Dustin.
Thank you very much. And yeah, we just have love for everyone, man. Joel, I know we look to you. It's kind of not to sound cheesy or anything, not like, oh, you're so inspirational, but you are is to the level that we're at. Because you know, you're looking at those platforms above you saying, hey, that's the direction we're going. So
We're going, bro.
it's great when we get the different levels interacting because that's how we do right. Together we rise.
Right. Yes, I agree, bro. I just think more of that needs to be out in the world rather than because when we give you compliments, bro, it's not to hurt you. It's not to nothing behind it. We just want to see you do well. So be good. Stay that way. Don't have the negativity in your mind because yo, And if you need to build me up, pick me up. Come visit the guys, bro. We got your back.
Yeah.
Mike always got, especially Mike's more late night than me. So
Hmm.
Mike be on late, bro. Go follow him. You want to talk to Mike some more, ask him questions, and I'll stop in there once in a while. But yo, we're a community here, and this is a very niche thing, like Dustin was saying. You got it's there's not a lot of pro shop guys that are on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's like a group of us, but some of us don't like us, but we love us. You know what I mean? And I don't give a shit about the people that don't. But you coming with me, come with us. We go.
You, it's like you might not like me, but I like me.
Yeah, I don't give a damn if you don't like me. Joel loves Joel every morning. You know what I mean? I'm out of here, bro.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go get some food now because I'm starving. So I
All
love
right.
you guys. From the
Hey,
bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for having me on here. And yeah,
and you know something? I just want to say this because, dadgummit, Joel, we were one overtime away from seeing the Chiefs go down. You have no idea how bad I was wanting that because
you're
you
just
know,
gonna end on
again,
this. You're gonna end on this attitude that you got
I
right
am,
now is crazy, bro.
I am. Because I mean it in love, my friend. Because I was pulling for them, and they broke our hearts, Joel. They broke our
Bro,
hearts.
they didn't just break my heart. They put it in a blender, stepped on it after, and then threw it into oncoming traffic and mollywopped it after it was done with
Molly,
us. That's how I felt when it came to the Niners last Super Bowl. So watch your mouth about my team, okay? We'll be back next year again to play the Chiefs again. Watch your
uh,
mouth.
Love
We
it.
got them again. Mhm.
no, listen, this is what's great about it, dude. It is just around the corner. It's a brand new season, dude. I'm in the same boat as you. Like, how do you think I felt with Bama running right into a fourth down and they're 4 yards away and they try to do a quarterback draw and they get stuffed? I was the same way, man. I
Yeah,
feel
ask
your
Russell
pain.
Wilson how he felt when he was throwing against the what was it, the Pats?
Yeah,
Yeah, good. Yeah, oh, that was a glorious thing to watch. Yeah, yeah.
hey man.
Enjoy that, Russell Wilson.
So yeah, but no, like I said, so Dustin, you gonna end this one? I'm believing in you.
Or if we're gonna keep going, we can keep going. But if I'm done with mine, Mike, you take us out.
So I'm gonna take us out here. So yeah, once again, Joel, I appreciate you so much for taking 2 hours and almost 42 minutes of your time this evening and talking with us. And Dustin's gonna give you fireworks in the background, and you're gonna get fireworks in the background. We
That's
got
what I'm
double.
talking about, bro.
Boom.
So, uh, but no, appreciate you coming on here, telling some stories, talking some pro shop work, talking about the stuff you're doing on TikTok. Everybody, like I said, if you've not done it already, go follow Joel. And if if you want to as well, please follow me and subscribe on
Yes. Go
TikTok.
follow Damn Good Average Bowler, bro. Great
We
content.
are we are 8 subscribers away from getting to our 50 goal for uh, for a free jersey giveaway. So we got that going, and also I'm going to throw another plot twist into this because Dustin was talking about it last night. Joe, if we get to 100 or when we get to 100 subscribers, uh, Curtis and Dustin are going to go get a tattoo of the Damn Good Average Bowler logo on them.
Oh no shit. There you go. I can't wait to see this. You
Oh,
need to
and I'll be
live
right there
stream this
live.
one.
1, 2.
Hey,
Yes.
and I'll be right there live filming them, my friend.
That's awesome. And
So yeah,
also, I'm
you
gonna
guys.
plug the tournament for dog tags one more time because it's
Okay.
just because and Dustin's a vet too, so it's wildly important, bro. Like we don't take a dollar from it. Just understand, bro. It's for the vets, man. Like we want to make like 22 a day, bro. That number has to go away. That is an astronomical number that I don't want to see anymore. So we at Dog, this is why I linked up with them. Like we're gonna be, me and Mike are gonna be collabing, me and Dustin, and all these guys that I'm collabing with. These are the kinds of people that want to see things grow and go in a good way. So as we start to do that, you're gonna see a lot of stuff come out of our camps as we do that. So like I said, September 7th, if you haven't signed up for it, go check out the links, dogtagsbowling.com. Everything will be in there and you'll have all the information. And then you'll come here and then you get to meet me. And then we get to have all these conversations and then it's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? So yeah, go do that, bro. Like So understand, man, we're trying as hard as we can to try to promote this. So thank you guys for letting me do that on your platform.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that, bro.
Not a problem. Not a problem, my friend. And also, just personal thank you for me. Thanks for accepting me into your live the first time around. I really do appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man. And listen, man, as long as we can do it till the wheels fall off, bro.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
man.
like it. But
So
yeah,
you
you
guys have
guys,
a great night.
you too, man.
I
And
love
like I
you
said, guys,
guys.
go follow Joel. Follow me, TikTok. Subscribe TikTok. Like and follow on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to Joel's YouTube channel. And
Dynamics bowling.
I'm even gonna throw one in here. My boy Dustin, y'all go check him out at Caps Wisdom. Really good stuff. And I was fortunate enough to be a
Stud my
guest on one of his. So go check out Dustin. He, like I said, freaking awesome. And it's all about, as Joel said earlier, it's all about the suit. It is all about the suit.
It is, yo, listen, that is the focal point of this wonderful meeting that we've had
I
today, my guy. And you're beautiful when you do it, Dustin. My man was uncomfortable for almost 3 hours, so fucking
Well, all
love
right,
that.
guys.
I
Hey, Joel, you're the
Thank you
man.
guys. You guys
And
have a good night,
Dustin,
all right?
thank
love
you
you.
guys. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Appreciate you guys. Y'all guys have a wonderful evening. Joel, thank you again, buddy.
All right, guys. Have a